Wait till we can never see it.
Yeah, we will do. We will do in a second.
Okay.
Hello guys, welcome to the STPL Season 2 semi-finals. It's been, well, it's not been as long as the first season was, but it's certainly still been a little bit longer than I'd thought. But it's all good. I've made like a little format screen now, so if anyone's tuning in for the first time, they know what they're looking at. But essentially, best of 5, all series minus the finals and third place match, we'll move up to best of 7. Lineups are selected in advance, and all the games played at the same time. That's the most important thing. The STPL Corona edition. Well, not quite yet. I'm not quarantined yet, but I can't imagine it'll be long before I have to stay indoors.
Kix is like a bad luck Brian. He doesn't get quarantined for coronavirus. He gets quarantined because he's like sick from something else, like totally horrific. That's way worse than corona. I'm like, nice, Kix. You dodged the virus everybody's worried about, but you caught something worse. You caught the Brood War sickness. I caught that earlier today when I was watching ASL and Flash make Brood War look like a silly child's game as an adult. It's like I don't know if have you ever played like I don't know if you played like video games with your siblings. I was the older brother. Wait, where'd you go, Kix?
I hid myself so I can sort my green screen quickly. It's fine, I'm here. I
was gonna say like Kix. Usually I'm the one that's not.
Yeah,
not here.
I didn't get siblings till I was around 24, so.
Well, then you're definitely going to shit on them. Anyway, that was my job growing up, to make my little brother cry when we played Legos or Age of Empires or whatever it was. And that's what Flash did earlier on today. That made me sick, but not sick from coronavirus. I know. I love how we both live in countries that have been completely devastated by this, but we're actually totally fine. Miracles of modern science, both of us. But also, of course, don't want to make light of a serious issue to the players who are playing from crazy countries, including South Korea. It's obviously a very serious situation. So stay safe out there, guys. Stay inside, maintain your social distance, and watch more Brood War. So there's your PSA for the day.
Being an introvert at this point, where they're like, go inside, don't go out anywhere. I'm like, that seems finally
checkmate coronavirus.
But yeah, no, it's all cool. Let's have a look at let's have a look at the format so far, or not the format, sorry, the fixtures. Currently for the semi-finals, we've got iRK and SouL heading off in our first match. VT and White Clan in our second match as well. Should be some sick matchups. Now, the one that worries me a little bit, well, I mean, they kind of both worry me, but VT versus White, the lineups are so unbelievably good that every time I seem to get a series like that, the games are all whitewashes. And I'm hoping we're not going to have that. I'm hoping we'll have some sick games, but you never know what's going to happen.
Well, Kix watched the replays earlier. He knows exactly. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, no scammerino. Also, I agree with Fujikura. You are sick of the disease horrible mapitis. It's a deadly tragedy, and we're sorry. Kix is not going to make it much longer.
Well, the good thing is we're moving on to some different maps soon, so it's all good.
Yeah, well, is it all good? I don't know. We don't know what the maps are. Anyway, actually, yeah, we do. Never mind. Okay, the standings for STPL show that, speaking of being sick, Scan, who just got out of the hospital, talked to him the other day. He's doing fine in his recovery. But he's also sick at Brood War in the #1 spot. What a god.
Yep, and just to sort of introduce both of our teams, SouL playing a very new lineup for them. None of these players have actually played in STPL. You guys probably would have heard of a lot of them. Hero is sexy, if you know who he is, and he's also quite good looking as well, but regardless. Basically, SouL and Valhalla team kind of ended up in some kind of... It was almost like an arms race. Like, both of them kept... they kept getting more and more players, and they just kept getting better and better. Like, Valhalla team added Shiny, and then SouL added Beast. And it's like, guys, you don't need to add every single amazing player to both your teams. Spread them out a bit, but still, it's kind of cool. For, like, SouL's lineup, it is essentially what you'd expect to see in Pro League. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, where does Fujikura get the money? How is he paying all of these insane players? It's obviously mostly a joke, but these are basically the best amateur talent you can get. I mean, somewhat semi-amateur in many cases, but you would consider all of these players to be like, not like B tier, because obviously you got Soma, who a lot of people consider is like the best Zerg player right now. Although, SoulKey's coming back. Is he real? Is he not? Nobody knows. He's the truth. Beast also so good, even better this season than he's ever been before. This is not the old hero; it's the new hero, I guess you can say.
It's one of the 50 million heroes in Korea. It's not the Zerg hero. It's not the Protoss hero. It's the Terran hero, formerly known as Sexy.
Yeah, look. We're just not even gonna. We're just. What are we calling him, hero or Sexy Kicks?
Let's call him hero. It's fine. He goes by hero now. So also,
okay, well,
Sexy. There's actually no other heroes in the STPL, so we're fine. Until someone gets either Protoss or Zerg heroes, we're good. We're good. We're fine.
Okay.
We've only got one.
And then obviously Mighty is good too. I overhyped all the other players, so I'm like, and Mighty, but no, he's legit anyway. And their opponents, iRK. Basically, the foreign Pro League team, DeWalt, Oya, Marwin, and Osteen. I guess we have 2 OY characters, but
yeah.
Obviously, like DeWalt is kind of headlining this roster.
Yeah, Osteen actually replaced SPX, so it's a little bit unfortunate we didn't get to see SPX here, but DeWalt and Marwin, 2 of the best foreign players at the moment, have both done an incredible job in the SPL. I mean, DeWalt, I think, has won more games than anyone else. 41 wins. Still surprises me when I see that statistic, but both incredibly good lineups. This could either be an amazing series or it could be one-sided. I reckon we're going to have a lot of early aggression from both sides, because even when you look at the Korean roster of SouL, the ones they're putting out today, like a lot of them are really aggressive players. So I don't know. I really don't want to, like, I got so disappointed by so many short TBTs this morning. I don't think I could handle any short games now. It's too much.
Well, Kicks, I think you might be in for a little bit of disappointment, but that's okay, because this league isn't called the Liquipedia Make Kicks Happy League. It's called the Liquipedia STPL Season 2 playoffs. Nice one there, Kicks.
Wait, anyway, did I misspell something somewhere?
It's just 2 S's. Nobody cares. Anyways, the map lineup is Desperado, Neo Outlier, New Tornado, Blitz X, and Multiverse. I wish Multiverse was the first map. Unfortunately, we have to make... Damn, he fixed it.
Yeah.
How dare he? Anyway, I wish Multiverse was earlier on there. I'm glad Blitz X is later on. I feel like the games on Blitz X have been terrible, and the games on Multiverse have... Well, I guess they've also been terrible. But the map's cool, so... I always like to see that, but I think Desperado, pretty horrific map. So let's see what Mighty can do versus Osteen. I always love watching Protoss players in Desperado because there's so many cool things you can do. Not that we've seen any of those. I'm just saying I'm hopeful, and it's weird because I don't think. Yeah, I guess Mighty hasn't played in STPL yet.
Yep, this is his first game. He got picked up very recently by SouL, so I can only just imagine that Mighty's another one of Casamuse's friends, because Casamuse is friends with literally everyone in Korea, I think. So
Casamuse is a nice guy.
He is. He also recently joined SouL himself as a caster, so SouL have got...
Wait, what? How can... Wait, what? Can I join SouL as a caster? Wait, what does that even mean?
I don't know, but Casamuse has done it, and the thing is, Casamuse works as a really good barrier between the Korean and foreign teams in SouL as well, because I know he puts his English down quite a bit, but his English is better than most non-native English speakers I've ever spoken to, so Casamuse is pretty damn good at that. But having a look at our first map here, it is going to be Desperado. This has been pretty much a PvP map. In fact, a Protoss map in general. In every single matchup the Protoss have been in on this map, they've had an advantage here. So
yeah.
Also, Fuji's saying you can join SouL as a caster. So
wait, yeah, but like, what does that mean, Fujikura? Like, so I guess like players get paid if they win, but like, do I just get paid if I cast games? Like, I'm not sure what the deal is looking like here. All I'm trying to say is if you like surreptitiously hand me an envelope under the table, I won't tell anyone. So don't worry.
You've also got to win games, but as the observer, you've got to like tell people what to do. That's great.
What
I don't know how
Kix,
that would
none
work.
of this makes any sense. What year are we living in? I can't understand what's going on. My tiny caster brain does not understand these things. But just like races other than Protoss don't understand how to win on Desperado, but I don't blame them. Like, this is like one of the crazier maps.
Yeah, it's 2 gas in the main is kind of crazy, but let's see if that's going to come into effect here, as it's 2020, we're in the STPL Season 2 semifinals, and we're getting going right now. Okay, starting us off here in the top left-hand position, we have fighting for SouL. As the Protoss player, it's Mighty.
And his opponent in the other horrific yellow color, but the actual yellow color. This is Oystein playing for iRK as Zerg. So, Zerg on, well, I guess it's not technically an island map, but sometimes it looks like that.
Yeah, now one thing I will say is, I'm just double checking, just so I don't get the flag wrong. Yeah, this is Oystein, and if you don't know who he is, he's been around forever. And the other thing to point out, he's another Norwegian player, and he also plays random. I think every single well-known Norwegian player plays random. It's kind of crazy. Must be someone in the water.
Well, I mean, Oystein's the original Norwegian random player that Ariador copied, right? Right, that's how it works.
Gaming FTW,
just trying to trigger
SouL, rapid
yeah, it's kind of well, also like Mad plays random too sometimes. But I think he mostly plays Terran, right?
Yeah, Medinio's definitely more a Terran player. Drone is more a Zerg and Protoss player, but all of them can actually play all of the races pretty well now.
Yeah.
Oystein making use of the map, gonna go for a 9 pull in his base. It's not too important to get a 12 hatch here because they're not really gonna help you too much, but looks like Mighty gonna stick on one base as well for the time being.
All right, well, with one base starts, you know, big surprise, haha, you get 2 gas. So that's the big thing that I've always wanted to see is like double gas starts. But like you really got to be cheesing if you're going for that. Like you got to be doing like a scout rush or something stupid. And so we haven't really seen double gas starts at all ever. Have you, Kix?
Not so far. Just want to say a massive thanks, by the way, to Fuji, leader of SouL, for subbing for the 14th month in a row, man. Thank you so much. But yeah, we've not really seen too many double gas starts, but the main reason is because it's not actually that impactful. Like, you need enough workers to make use of it. And until, like, the only 2 gas I've seen, realistically, has been like a 2 hatch meter, but even then you need the hatchery first. You don't just go into 2 gas on one base.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's an interesting base layout, but it's so cool to be. This is, you know, my Broodwar maps are great. Speech is that you can give players like too much of something, but then also it's balanced because if you're building a second gas geyser early, it's just like it's way too much of a drain on like your early minerals, and you just have like too much gas. So it's really cool. Like, you know, StarCraft 2 has 2 gases per base, and that's perfectly balanced. But obviously, it's a much different economy system. And so in StarCraft 1, you're like, oh yeah, no, it's balanced around having only 1 gas per base. And then the Desperado designer's like, no, it's not. I can give them 2 gases. It's totally fine. Obviously, it's a mineral only natural, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's just really cool to see them kind of bend the rules of StarCraft maps here.
Yeah, it is really interesting the way it works, because I can't think of another RTS game where you can just mess with things this much. I think Age of Empires is probably the only one because the maps are random anyway, but like any map or any RTS with like fixed maps, most of them are very similar. Like StarCraft 2, the thing that put me off of it ages ago was all the maps are essentially the same, and yeah. That's not my style.
We've got some new maps. There's a new map in the StarCraft 2 map pool called Purity and Industry.
Oh
What
man,
does that even mean?
yeah. Like, Desperado isn't exactly a great name, but I know that Artosis and Tasteless in the ASL earlier were going on about how StarCraft 2 map names are so different. But wasn't there a
Yeah,
map
well, that's
called, like,
also because I
Disco
was talking
something?
to them about StarCraft 2 map names being different. And they're like, well, when we were talking about StarCraft 2 map, I'm like, hey, where's my credit? Anyway, I'm just gonna let that one go. So anyway, this is PVZ, but not like the ones that you're used to. This is a 3-hatch opener, but mostly because you need a hatchery to wall off near the minerals at the front of your base.
Yep.
So it's kind of cool because a lot of times we've seen like 2-hatch or even like just very aggressive. Oh no, he's gonna get the
Oh,
drone.
that's so
Wow.
annoying.
How do you get your lings back there? That is the stupidest. Who made this map?
Have you seen the one in the main, though? That's even worse. He has killed it
Oh, it
because it
is.
was low on health, but yeah, that was close. Okay, two of the zealots have gone down. The third one is about to go down as well. Not too many drones have been lost here, which means the 3-hatch Hydra is still behind a pretty good economy. The
Yeah.
lair is up as well, so it's not going to be a crazy Hydra all in. Interesting thing would
Yeah.
be if he went for like lurker drops or something.
I was gonna say this reminds me a lot of those close by, like those close spawn points in what's the ASL map that has the close by air spawn point. I don't know, but
It
very,
is
very close by air.
Escalade? No, Horizon Lunar
Yeah.
Colony.
Horizon Lunar Colony has them too, but my point is that these are very close by air, and usually that means that this is very good for Protoss players because they can just make Corsairs and they'll be okay. Unless, obviously, you're going up against the 3-hatch Hydra build. Obviously, if this is an all-in version of that, it takes so long to get across by ground that it's just, I don't know, man. You really got to sell it. And you know you're probably going to get scouted before it happens anyway. So, yeah, I don't really know what Zerg do versus Protoss here. It seems very, very good.
Yeah,
And this is
Zerg.
double gas in the main before Expo, by the way.
Yeah, and he's going to be going into a very, very... Well, I thought he was going to go Quick Templar Archives, but it could be Quick Reavers here. There's no support bay or anything just yet, which is definitely an interesting choice, but you definitely want to make sure you go for some kind of tech. It is going to be a support bay, so the way this map works, you essentially have the one ramp into your main. If you have Reavers there is no way any form of Hydra Bust is going to be coming your way whatsoever. And because you already have the 2 gases, you don't really care about the minerals early on when you're in Corsair Reaver. So Mighty definitely playing this map, playing the strength of Protoss here. Now, Oystein should really look to try and either expand or take the other main as quick as he can.
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, for Zerg, that's the thing is like if you can get another one of these main bases, it's like holy cow! Like there's 2 gases there. I don't know if you noticed that, Kicks, but each main has 2 Anyway, that is just be amazing. Unfortunately, it's very, very difficult to do, especially with the high Corsair count. I'm, inside my little horrific brain, I really wanted to see double Stargate because, like, look, you're just gonna be using it a lot here. Obviously, that's insane, but you're starting to see why it's so good, and you're about to see why it's so insane once this Reaver pops out and flies across the map to kill everything.
Yeah, now that first shuttle, I thought it was a little bit laggy. I've just turned on the extra high. But the cool thing is there, he used his Corsairs to pull away the Hydras from where the shuttle was going to land. So Oystein definitely does need to be careful. He's supply blocked again. Mighty doing a very, very good job with his Corsairs, just killing as many stray overlords as he can. There's not really that many Hydras at the moment. The drone count is still quite low. This hatchery is actually a little bit misplaced. He really should have built it like one or two hexes above.
Well, we are about to witness the untimely demise of a Zerg player here, coming in with, what is it, 6 Corsairs, 5 Corsairs, just trying to pick off any overlords to make this push even more deadly. That is only 4 Zealots, but there's more coming in behind, so it's going to be a total of 6 and then 2 more.
Oh
Makes
my god,
8.
all the overlords are stuck together.
Yeah, I mean, the Scourge are going to actually pop out, and whoa. He actually lost 2 Corsairs there, which is rough. Only 4 left, but still losing way too many Overlords. There's not going to be enough Hydras here, and this Zealot count is just going to be monstrous with double Reavers backing it up.
It's going to be impossible to kill these Zealots. I think the Reavers going to do so much damage. The double Reavers are just so strong. The Corsairs killing every single Overlord, and unfortunately for Oystein, I don't see a way of him holding this. It's just such a good push. Look at that, the Reader's doing so much damage.
Scarabs in the back, just monstrous. Oh, disgusting. Kicks. Get me out of this game.
Well, that's what we just did, so we're going to be heading... I mean, that was a very, very quick game number 1, by the way. That was maybe not as quick as some of the ASL games today. Maybe around the same speed, but we're going to be heading into map number 2. Because that was such a quick game, we may as well go straight into it. But it's going to be Beast versus DeWalt. Now, this has the potential to be an incredibly good game. Beast, one of the top... well, I say he's an amateur Zerg, but he did play for... I can't remember what team he used to play for. I do know this, but we'll find out in a second. But either way...
Well, it's making me re-authenticate every single time I try to log in. This is disgusting. It really does not want me to play StarCraft.
Wow. Wait, what? Re-authenticate? How did it log you out? That's weird.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, Beast used to be on Oz and Teammate, so Beast is no slouch. You know what? While you're loading up everything, let's introduce both of our players here. Starting us off, we're gonna have Beast. Now, Beast hasn't played in the STPL before, but he is one of the really, really good Zergs back from Oz, along with Killer, Jadong, of course, who was like their mainstay. Beast was a pretty good Zerg. He's doing really well so far. He's still alive in the ASL round of 16, if I remember correctly, unless he got knocked out in the round of 24. But I mean, overall, he's just a really, really cool player. I think back in the day, he didn't actually play any Pro League games, so he was probably more on their B team. But just being able to get onto the B team gave you such an advantage over so many other people.
Join request timed out. Hello?
I think my game broke, because I wasn't actually in the game either. There we go. Try it now. Should be good. But his opponent gonna be the one...
show up now. Hold on, let me try to join from friends list.
Yeah, his opponent gonna be the one, the only Mr. DeWalt. DeWalt, one of the strongest, if not the strongest Russian player at the moment in Brood War. The 4th highest ranked player in the STPL. And overall, he has an 80% win ratio, and against Zerg he's got an 85% win ratio, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Disgusting.
He's won 9 of his last 10 games. The last game he actually lost was against Forever on Multiverse, and that was because I think he died to a drop, so we'll have to see how that's going, but it's kind of crazy. Okay, so it looks like you did actually manage to get into the replay, which is cool. Looks like the game is going to allow us to actually cast. But let's have a look at our map as well, just while we get this all loaded. The map is going to be New Outlier. Now, in terms of PvZ, which is what we're going to be seeing here, Zerg have definitely not been favored on this map. Protoss 16 wins over Protoss's 9. So
Kicks, what are you doing? Okay, look, this is obvious bias towards Protoss, putting all of these Protoss maps. I mean, obviously they pick the maps, but wait, how did the maps get chosen? You choose them, right?
Yeah, I choose the maps and they rotate every week. But the thing is, this is a really good map for PvZ, but there's still been 11 CVZs on here, so it's not like Zerg saw this and like, no, I don't think I can win here against Protoss. They were like, no,
I don't know.
We're gonna go out every week, and then they got a lot of CVZs instead. But
yeah, I want Fujikura to like type check PayPal Kicks in chat, because I'm just saying, looks pretty good for the Protoss players. But I mean, obviously that's good for DeWalt here. He used the most recent stat, taking out Shaylin, who's a very strong Korean Zerg player. So I mean, look, DeWalt's the truth, but he's going up against one of the most difficult opponents you could ask for here. I can't wait. This is going to be insane.
Yep, let's get into it. Game number 2, it's DeWalt versus Beast here on New Outlier. Okay, starting us off down here in the bottom left-hand position on the wrong lane. See if we can quickly pop that up. It is going to be Beast fighting for SouL in the black.
That's right. Hold on, let me there we go. And his opponent in the underutilized orange Protoss, bottom right-hand corner, is iRK's DeWalt. Interricticlocka, if I'm not mistaken. Why do they have a Russian player? Because he's good. Also, I
Yep.
turned on high latency and the lag got worse, Kicks. Tell me how that works.
It definitely didn't
Please.
get worse, but yeah, it looks like it's being a bit funky again. I hate it when it keeps doing this, but
How is this not... I mean, yeah, this is horrific.
let me make sure that everything else that I'm running is closed that shouldn't need to
Like,
be running.
stop torrenting, Kicks.
Oof. That's a
Okay,
tough
are
ask.
we better?
Looks
Are we
like we're
better?
kind of
I think we're
better.
better. I think we're good. I think we're good.
I think Steam must have been downloading something. Cursed
Nice
Steam.
one, Kicks. Kicks is really, really excited to play the new Heroes of Might and Magic 12 expansion. You just had to, except that's Uplay, I think. Anyway, close your Uplay too, Kicks. If you have your Epic Games Store open, nobody needs... Kicks is like, I gotta cast this stupid StarCraft game so I can like hurry up and play Fortnite later. Nice one, Kicks.
Well, we got a 9 pool here. This is definitely interesting. Not often we see not well. Yeah, it's an overpool. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I hate missing the Overlord in there. Wait, where is the second Overlord?
Wait, no, it's not. I lied, Kicks. There is no second Overlord. Aha! Got him, chat. Got him. I just punked Kicks so hard.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong supply. Yeah, it's 9 pool. My bad. 9 pool, 9 speed, or 9 pool speed. So
I'm so sorry, guys. Kicks has never cast StarCraft before. Please forgive him.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I've only been casting now for like 4 years, and I'm still bad at.
More like 4 hours. Am I right, guys? No, I miss that all the time. But no, you're totally right. And this is a very Beast thing to do. I still remember watching Beast Sunken Rush Cadenzi in a ZVZ in KSL qualifiers. I was like, wow, this guy actually is a bad person. He's like worse than the lag is right now.
Yeah, this lag is so strange.
What is up with this? This is... We just cast a game, guys. I have proof that this is not what our games look like. What a tragedy.
I wonder if I do this.
Wow, that looks fine now.
Yeah, I set latency before, so I don't know if maybe I've broken something. It's not live, but the games were played today, or at least... No, I think... Yeah, this series I think was played last week, but the other series was played like literally 4 hours ago. But still, kind of crazy. 9 pool speed, going to be a very, very strong build against DeWalt. He does have 2 cannons up. If he can hold on to the front of his base, which is going to be difficult, as this is a hard map to wall in, this is going to cause DeWalt some problems. So DeWalt's probe getting a little bit glitched out there, not seeing what's going on. Thank you, Mr. Zero, for the host. Welcome to all his viewers to the STPL Season 2 semifinals. And we've got the real beast versus DeWalt, and this is looking tough for our Russian hero.
It sure is, man. No cannons warp in slower than the ones... Oh, and the Lings are already on top of them. Now, some of them are a little bit damaged, but at least one cannon's going to go down here. Second cannon being targeted. Oh! No! My God! He didn't focus fire the cannons. 100% you kill both cannons if you focus fire, but he was trying to get both of them. And I don't blame him. He was so close, but oh my God. Now double cannons are up.
He's got no probes.
Walling off. But yeah, you're right.
Surely he's just going to die to the follow-up. Oh no, this isn't looking good for DeWalt. DeWalt was in such an amazing position, but he didn't keep his probes at the front. And these cannons are going to go down.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, this is heartbreaking. I mean, maybe you just build the third cannon just because. I'm just saying. As soon as these other Zerglings run through, it's just like, well, I mean, he's going to kill like 3 Zerglings, and then the cannons die, and the probes die, and then DeWalt. GG's, damn! Beast! What are you doing? Holy, that was a boppening.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a... Well, it was a little bit rough. I've seen so many Protoss players die like that, though. I think DeWalt just misunderstood what the build was, because you never would want to pull those probes back against 9 pool speed.
Yeah.
Like, you have to hold the front. Like, that's really unfortunate, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
That's still really, like, strange that DeWalt would just not... think that there could be another follow up. Like he had the probe across the map, but I think it died, and so he didn't see the rest of the Zerglings coming. I don't know. Somebody else can confirm that in chat, but it looks like he just misread the build. Which is, I mean, it's impossible to. It's not impossible to misread the Zergling timing as a 9 pool versus over pool, but it does seem weird that he wouldn't just keep probes there. Like, if you don't, you just die. So I don't know. I mean, obviously it's rough, and Beast is an insanely good player, and that's why.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate, but it looks like BattleNet is messed up because
that's what I was saying.
Yeah, I'm lagging getting into the game. I think it's because they released that new COD this week, didn't they? The Battle Royale one.
They're like, we really need every server for our COD Battle Royale, so we're just gonna take the StarCraft remastered servers. Those are the servers we really need. Like, we can't just like grab an extra WoW server. That's not how it works. You got to get the StarCraft remastered servers. They're capable of serving StarCraft remastered and COD. I don't know why we made it that way, but that's what we got to go to. So. Yeah, if you guys could just like stop playing COD for 5 seconds so we can finish STPL, that'd be great.
Well, let's introduce both of our players here. Soma is going to be player number 1. Now, Soma, the best amateur Zerg at the moment out in Korea, doing so unbelievably well. I think he's one of the only Zergs with a winning or very close to winning rate against Flash on Spawn Match, which is crazy. Like, Soma is so unbelievably good.
Yeah, no, this guy's the truth. Like, yeah, I don't know. Every time I watch him, like, you've got these like rules. It's like, well, this is what 5-hatch Hydra does. Well, this is when your 3-hatch Hydra bust hits. Well, this is what you can expect to do with me to harass. I'm like, no. It's just, he's just good. It reminds me honestly of when Jaedong would play, when he turns on that tyrant mode where he's got less of everything, but somehow he still kills everything. You're just like, what? Soma's, yeah, he's the truth. Even though he's a 0-star player, he's still pretty good.
Yeah. Let's have a look at his opponent. One thing I want to point out, by the way, Fuji, all of your players so far have not played a single game on top versus bottom. I am very disappointed, son. Or sir, sorry. He's older than me.
We all know what happens when it comes down to crunch time. We sub out the trash SouL players, and we put in the real backbone of the team. I love... What's another great example of this where, like, you know, the team plays and it's like, well, now we've got to like really win. So screw you guys. Yeah, we're bringing. Oh yeah, White. Oh, that's right. Yeah, White Clan does this too. I forgot. Hilarious how accurate it is. But look, Beast. Nobody's heard of that guy. Hero. Who are these guys against a 2-star general like iRK's Marwyn?
I just want to point out as well, the stars, in case you don't know, and I swear I was meant to get like some kind of graphic ready to show what this means, but a star is 5 wins, so Marwyn's got over 10 wins, which is why he's got the 2 stars. But either way, Marwyn is an incredibly good player in STPL. He's up against one of the strongest opponents he's probably ever going to have played against, and ever going to play in Soma, with an 83% win rate against Zerg. He's in a good position, at least statistically, but obviously this is a different caliber of player to the ones he's played before. Now, having a look at the map, we're going to be heading into New Tornado, one of the more standard maps of the map pool. The defining map feature here, well, there's 2 of them. There's Chrysalis on the ramp to make the ramps a little bit smaller early game, and there is also double the amount of minerals in the natural, so you can stay on 2 base for a very long time as Terran, and that's a massive advantage.
Yeah, for sure. You just build your base and defense it. Haha. It's very good if you're playing a 2 base style, which it feels like is the only style Terrans play nowadays. But yeah, very strong 2-1 timings, things like that. I'm excited, Kicks. Let's do it.
Yep.
No, I said it for high latency.
I did it first. Starting us off here in the top right, or the bottom right hand corner, sorry. In the hot pink, the magenta It is Soba fighting for SouL.
It is hot pink. We're gonna call it hot pink instead because it's Soma playing. He's not sexy the player, but he's pretty sexy as a player. What a god! His opponent, bottom left-hand corner in the lighter pink, is iRK's Marwin, the 2-star Terran general, ready to lead his team to victory. When DeWalt fails, they call in the big guns. Kicks.
Marwin is a very, very strong Swedish Terran. Also, he was originally from the Ukraine. He's now a Swedish national. Because apparently, from what I understand, based on what's happened in iRK, like, it's very easy to get Swedish nationality. So if you're looking for a European nationality, Sweden is the place to go. That and Denmark, because Abby was telling me in Denmark, you get paid a living wage, so you don't need to work if you don't want to.
Sorry I didn't catch that last part.
Oh, it's cool. It doesn't matter too much. But going back to...
Hey, Kicks. Everything you say matters.
Well, going back to what I was saying, or what you were saying before, I know you said, like, it feels like SouL has kind of brought out the best team for when it matters. But when you think of the players that have been fielding the whole season, they are all so unbelievably good. They've got all the best foreign players. They've got pretty much every single best Korean amateur outside of the players on Valhalla team. And then you've got White Clan, who, yes, they do come out with the big guns at the end, but it's only because they want to make sure they don't take teams lightly. They took SouL a little bit lightly in Season 1. They took a load of players or a load of teams lightly, like Net Wars in Season 1 as well. And they very nearly lost their chance of getting into the playoffs in Season 1.
Yeah, White Clan is really interesting. SouL too, like, it feels like SouL brings the heavy hitters each week, and I'm like, damn, okay, give the kids a chance. But White Clan, who perhaps they'll play in the finals. We don't know. That White Clan Valhalla team matchup is just disgusting. You gotta hide the kids for that one when it happens next week. But for this week, you can really tell that both teams are bringing their A game. And actually, as far as the start goes, the Overlords scouted incorrectly, and even the drone scouts actually scouted incorrectly. And so this other Overlord coming over, well, if he spent some extra Marines on it, but obviously you got to go. He's 2 racks in him, and the SCV's already here.
Yeah, this is a little bit unfortunate. Soma going to have to up his APM to play against this, but this is a rough build to do. Like, one of the things I've always mentioned is if you're up against a better player, cheesing isn't the best option, because at the end of the day, they're so much better than you that cheesing is not going to work. But it looks like Marwin going to pull the boys. Let's see if he can make it work. The bunker is going to finish. The Lings are in a good spot, so they are going to be... Oh, they're going to be able to stop the Marines getting in the bunker.
Oh, get the Marines in the bunker! No! How does he do that? The bunker is up, and he can't get the Marines in. That's the only thing that matters. There were 3 Marines there, Kicks.
There were, and none of them got in the bunker. Looks like another one at the back could go down, but it is gonna live. It's so close. No, the Marine goes down again. And that's it. The rush has failed, and Marwin is gonna find himself very far behind. He didn't get a single drone kill there. And he lost so many Marines.
We're gonna take away one of your stars, Marwin. You'll never be a general again. We're gonna strip you of your rank. Wow, that's horrific. I mean, you were the one that said you need to up your APM. All I'm talking about is just 300 APM from Marwin. Can't get the Marines in the bunker. Obviously, it was surrounded by Zerglings, blah, blah, blah. Wow. Soma God survives, and now he's just in an insane position. Oh my God. This is tragic for Marwin.
It is. Being on one base as Terran is not where you want to be. He's going to get his academy up though, so he is going to be able to get his tech going. He's going to be able to get stim and range, which is the important thing, but he is going to be up against Soma level 2 hatch muteless play here. And if you can't micro bioball like light or flash, you are going to struggle a lot against Soma's mutelisks. Like, even... I'm going to put this in perspective. Flash, the greatest player in the entire world of this game, the only player who's won nearly as many tournaments as him, he struggles against Soma's mutelisks. Like, this is tough.
As who?
Wait, what?
You said the Flash, the only player who's ever won nearly as many tournaments as him.
Oh, as himself. No one has ever won as many tournaments as him, is what I was trying to say. But there is a ton of Lings coming over. Let's see if he can even hold on to his ramp, as this is so many Lings.
Well, he's testing the waters. He just wants to see what's there before he...
Oh no,
he baits them!
Oh, no.
My god! No!
Oh,
Give them a chance!
Going wrong.
Soma! You madman! We put people in jail for these. Like, what? He goes in with a tiny amount of Lings, baits the bio out, and then just... Oh my... He's too good. He's too good. Can somebody stop this man? There are bodies in the streets from his victims. This is like the Zerg Jack the Ripper. Like, you know he's out there. You still go out, and it's just another casualty. He's got notches in his Zerg gun. Okay?
Yeah.
Do you understand that reference, Kix?
I do kind of. The notch. I don't need to go into it. I think I know what it is. It's all good. But this is definitely going to be the shortest series, I think, maybe.
I don't think you do. So, like, you know, the gunslingers in the Wild West, for every person that they would kill in a shootout, they would put an extra notch in the wooden handle of their Colt revolver. You know how badass the guy is. Anyway, as a Texan, I have to, you know, impart my culture upon all of you as we, you know, share in this Brood War culture. That's holy expletives, Batman.
That's the true
Soma's
Texas culture.
Too good.
Yeah, Soma is way too good. Like, it is unfortunate that this series is going this way, but when SouL are going to send out their absolute best players, and players like SPX don't show up, like, DeWalt had a good shot against Beast if he could have got into a game, but unfortunately, he just let himself die to Lings. Like, the amount of times I see this happen with Protoss players as well, like, it happened to Bonneth so many times in STPL. Like, he just dies to Lings, and it's like, wait, what? You shouldn't die to Lings. You're like the top foreigner. Why are you dying to Lings from like Eon Zerg or something? I don't know. But that's just how it goes sometimes. Let's introduce our next couple of players. We have SouL's hero, aka Sexy, the ex We Made Fox pro gamer, which tells you how long ago he was actually a pro, because We Made Fox has not been around for a very long time.
Well, I mean, you say that, but actually, We Made Fox has the best kart rider team, or the players, or the We Made Fox players are the best at that. I'm just like, okay, well, you know, Rapid, that's a very random stat to bring out. But all I'm trying to say is that the team was way ahead of its time. They also had the very best Korean Counter-Strike team. In perspective, they were like one of only 2 or 3 Korean teams that ever played Counter-Strike, and all of the We Made Fox Korean players still play Counter-Strike at the very top level, which is weird because that's not a game that Korea dominated at, except We Made Fox.
That's kind of weird. Like, I really don't know anything about Kart Rider. I've always wanted to kind of watch it because it looks ridiculous, but like, to know that We Made Fox went on to become like the best Kart Rider team is so strange when they struggled so much in Brood War. But his opponent going to be the 3-star general here. It's going to be Oya. 15 wins on under his belt even. Oh yeah, a very cheesy, a very aggressive Protoss player, but also can play macro when it counts. It is going to be a PvT, which definitely, I think, doesn't favor Protoss anymore as against Terran, but it's definitely going to give Oya the chance to do what he likes to do, which is think outside of the box and do some crazy build.
Well, I need to think outside the box and get into this crazy game, but unfortunately, it keeps logging me out. So I'll join the game and it'll just log me out. So, that's I can't speak and type my password at the same time. Otherwise, I'll just say my password. Okay, now I'm joining. All right. Sorry for holding this up, but to what excuse me, to what you were saying, I'm a big fan of our upcoming map, Blitzx. It's horrible sometimes, but the only reason it's horrible is because players won't play to the map. Like, the number of times I've seen players rush on this map because you spawn pretty close, but then the units get stuck on the X in the middle. That happens a lot, Kicks.
It does. There's a lot of people that, even though they've like, there's been people that have come out and they've played like 5 or 6 games on this map, and they still do that. Now, Oya has played here 3 times. He's actually 2 wins, 1 loss, so he's got a positive win rate on this map. We could see that this is his home turf. And SouL have actually only won 1 game on this map, which is kind of crazy. That can't be correct. Either way, like, let's not go into that. Let's completely ignore that stat. That could be wrong. We're just waiting for you to get in the game, but just to kind of go into the way Oya and Hero are going to match up here, I think. Like, Hero, aka Sex, he was always quite an aggressive Terran. Now, playing 2-Fact on this map is definitely a lot harder than playing 2-Gate, given the fact you can proxy 2-Gate on the other side of the map, whereas a proxy 2-Fact isn't nearly as good. And I wonder how this is going to go, because Oya, he's the scan killer. He came out, was it Oya or was it Favorite? May have been Oya, may have been Favorite, but either way, come out with DTEs, completely blindsided his opponent, and looks like we're ready to get into the game, so let's head over to game number 4. SouL, of course, have won the series 3-0. This is going to be the game of pride for iRK, and let's see if they can make it 3-1. Okay, starting us off here in the top left-hand position, we do have, in the pink, fighting for SouL, is Hero.
Excuse me. That's right. And in the other corner, so I don't have to tell if it's right or left, this is the white Protoss player. We're gonna shift tab here, right, Kicks?
Oh, we could do. I didn't even realize that was the thing. It's,
well,
it's
I
so
mean, you know,
weird.
they're the same color, right?
They're pink and white, but yeah, we'll go to blue and red. Now, one thing I want
Chat,
to point out...
is that the same color or not?
They can't see it anymore. It's all good.
Oh.
But either way, we're going to have a proxy gate in the middle. Not sure if this is going to be a proxy 2 gate or not, but we've already got Hero going for that the wall in here. Now, obviously, if you wall in, zealots aren't going to be able to get in. So is this going to be 2 gate or is it going to be 1?
I mean, I always hope it's 2. But obviously, it's more likely that it's 1. Let's see what we got. Yeah, it's just going to be the 1 gateway.
Yeah, 2 gate is always more all-in, obviously, because you're building more buildings at your opponent's base, but 2 gate I always feel like has a little bit more success. Like, 1 gate can never really end the game, especially against a good Terran player, so we'll have to see how that goes. He is going to deny the barracks for a little bit, which is going to help him, but obviously with that wall in, there's going to be no zealots getting into the main base.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is the problem, especially on maps where you have to go up a ramp into the main. Obviously, if this is like, you know, Blue Storm, you're just running it, but then you expect it. But the whole point here is that you circumvent the whole X architecture and you can just run in there. So this is going to be, I think, still unexpected. And depending on how fast this hits, wait, it says the server connection has been lost. It keeps logging me out. The servers are having some struggles today. But yeah. Joke's on the Brood War servers. It's a replay, so it doesn't matter that I lost connection to the server because we can still cast the game.
Yep, it's all good, but we've got that probe coming in, just being as annoying as humanly possible. It is going to be a factory coming in here for Hero. And one thing I'd like to point out is Fujikura using a really broken ability called Information, telling Hero before the game that Oya likes to proxy gate. And that certainly helped out Hero in this game as he did all in. So a little bit unfortunate for Oya, but it's not like Hero doesn't have a million games that you can kind of go and study to find out how he plays. So looks like the first set are going to move its way up to the natural ramp, or to the ramp even. Not going to be able to find too much damage, but is going to force out a couple of Marines because the only one Marine is actually down in the bottom left now chasing the probe. So this is going to be a little bit annoying.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like not a. I don't know why you go that far out of your map or out of your base to chase a probe. Like, you know, you gotta make sure you don't die to this crazy Oya guy, who is so good, but also he's gonna have a Marine pop out at home, so it's not really that big a deal. Second, Zealot coming out, though, is not going to be fun. This is going to be basically the equivalent of the Dragoon hitting the bunker, but like the early version, the Land Before Time version of that. So, I mean, this is still obviously a hold because of the wall. But on the other side, this is what's so annoying about these good Korean Terran players is that they always find a way to get in and scout you too.
Just like to point out, if that Marine had continued going down to the bottom left, he would have found that probe and stopped a proxy Citadel coming up down here. TT1 called it in the chat, said it was going to be a proxy DT in the bottom left, but you know what? Oh yeah, he is a hero in this game. He's going to try and bet it all on DTs to see if he can get a quick win here, but he's going to be up against 2 Factory, but that 2 Factory has no detection.
Why is the Dragoon not shooting?
I
guess you know if you have it targeted on a building and the Marine or tank runs up, it'll like just keep being stupid. But he does pull it back in time. Does actually lose quite a bit of HP on it, which is obviously not what you want. But this is still going to be very, very strong. Let's see. I mean, there's going to be mines out. They are just now researching. You can probably tell that that's at least a potential. But there's still the potential for a ton of damage here.
Yeah, and he's going to be up against Proxy 3 gate. There's 2 gates in the bottom left. There's 1 here. There is going to be 3 DTs probably building at the same time. I mean, just imagine some crazy world where he just suddenly researches Storm and goes high tempo. Like, just imagine that happening. Like, just storms all the army as he leaves his base. Like, what? Yeah, it is going to be DTs.
Well, this is just disgusting is what this is going to be. The problem is, even if you run across the map and kill your opponent with DTs, like, I mean, you still also need 1 back at home, and then there's still mines, which can be played around. Now, this is what might tip him off, because a DT is going to pop out of this gateway, when he sees nothing...
detection on these units, though.
Yeah, but you can see the shimmer.
Yeah, no, he knows about the DTs at the very least, but the fact is he had like no detection here, but looks like he is going to be using the Dragoons to soak up some of the mines. No! Takes damage on this DT, but does get one of the mines, gets 2 of the mines.
Wow,
get
that's
out
really
of
good.
Here,
now,
detection.
Oh no! Oh wow! It was the half damage from the mine because he was running away. But I mean, regardless, there's more DTs coming in.
Yeah, but there's a wall here, and that mine is going to trigger on this DT when it attacks the wall. And there we go.
Oh, he could have actually pulled it away, right? Because the mine, I don't think mines fit through that, right?
I think they do. They're small units, so
I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out. Yeah, well, no, I don't think they fit through it.
This is gonna be funny eventually when this dies. Now the trouble is when you build all of your units and all of your buildings in the middle of the map, you have nothing at home. And GG.
Yeah, GG.
Oh, yeah, taps out. That was certainly
what a horrific experience. I can't believe you would voluntarily subject me to that. Can I try kicks for war crimes?
I don't know. I thought that could have been a better series. Unfortunately for iRK, they kind of become the punching bag there. But all of them, I mean, DeWalt had a chance against Beast. Out of anyone on the team, he could have beaten Beast, I think. And he just died to Lings. Then you had Marwin. He goes for like this crazy 2 racks rush. It does nothing. He loses all his Marines and then gets baited into a million Lings at the bottom of his ramp. I don't know. That's how it's how it goes sometimes. You can't really do anything about it, unfortunately, but Hero's going to take the win, and that's of course going to be a win for SouL, and that's going to take them into the final again. So this is going to be their 2nd final in a row.
Yeah, I have to restart my client here. Wow, SouL, I think the most consistent team in STPL, if I'm not mistaken, Kicks.
Yeah, SouL have basically not lost many series whatsoever. It's kind of crazy. Like, SouL are ridiculously good. Like, whether it be their foreign roster, who are completely dominating BWCL at the moment. Well, they dominated the last season. They're going to be going into the next season, which is number 50, by the way. BWCL has been going for a very, very long time. And now Eri saying in chat, Eri being Fujikura, the leader of SouL, that he's hoping they don't choke in the finals. Now, the last finals, Rapid, I don't know if you can remember that far back, given how long ago it was, but do you remember that final game in the finals? Best versus Noob? DT versus DT?
I do remember that. I remember that was the most disgusting. Yeah. No, because Best, like, I think he should not have won that.
Yeah, Noob Best didn't win, Noob did. Noob morphed a Dark Archon on the ramp, cancelled it before it finished, and glitched his way through Best DTs on his ramp, which was ridiculous.
Oh, that's right. Because they played a couple of times. So basically I was right. I can't log in, Kix. It's just like not letting me log in. I think the servers are completely borked.
That is awesome. Well done, Blizzard. So, okay, what we'll do then is we'll take a quick break to see what happens. Also, I need to set up the next series anyway. But the next lineups are completely ridiculous. One thing I could do, actually... no, we'll do that in a second. But either way, we're going to go for a quick break, and we will be back very soon with White versus Valhalla team. It's got some crazy, crazy lineups. You won't want to miss it. See you guys in around 5 minutes. STPL does. Bio TVP. Wow! You got it. STPL does. Mass Scouts? No problem. Broadcast 3 nights a week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 2100 CEST. Fantastic casting, fantastic production, fantastic prizes. Only here on the STPL. Did you know Reavers could be this radical? How did these lings even get here? All I know is that's one dead base. STPL does. Wraiths, Valkyries, Carriers, and Corsairs. Forget about it. You won't see that anywhere else. STPL does. STPL does. STPL does. STPL does. STPL does. DT's doing game-ending damage? Name a more iconic duo. We've even got carriers in PvZ. How amazing! A global team league on the scale you've never seen before. Don't see this in BWCL, STPL does. All that and more, only on this amazing 64-bit STPL. What BWCL don't. Impressed? I know I am. Why not support us on the link below? Patreon.com/kicks. But act fast. It's a limited offer. STPL does. Bio TVP. Wow! You got it. STPL does. Mass Scouts? No problem. Broadcast 3 nights a week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 2100 CEST. Fantastic casting, fantastic production, fantastic prizes. Only here on the STPL. Did you know Reavers could be this radical? How did these lings even get here? It's time for a quick tip. Here we have Neo Outlier. I'm going to show you how to get over these temples with a probe. I'll also do it with an SCV and a drone as well. So what you do is you essentially send the probe up to mine, you press stop, and you go to build a pylon. Now you build the pylon underneath you, so essentially it's going to push you, then you spam right click, and all of a sudden you are through. And here is the same trick with Terran. There's a couple of ways you can do this. One of them is you build a depot, and you essentially cancel building, and you just spam yourself through. You have to be kind of stuck or either on the building in the temple or there. But you can cancel that. And just to show, you can do it both ways as well. Okay, now there's a way you can do this with just 2 workers, which is the only way Zerg are able to do this. You can also do this with Protoss and Terran as well. So essentially, you get both workers lined up here. You mine with 1 worker. You send the second worker to mine just behind it, and you hit stop. It can be a little bit finicky, so don't worry if you don't get it first try. We got it. No we didn't. Yes we did. Okay, so that didn't go perfectly. You can do it a lot better than that, but it does take a little bit of practice. So just keep trying, and you will eventually get it. And you'll find it actually has quite a lot of uses in various different maps.
Thank goodness for my mic.
Okay guys, welcome back, and I somehow managed... Why did I come back at that exact moment? Oh my goodness. Everything was fine. Okay. And then I was like, I'll just wait until Rapid does something really weird, and then I'll turn the camera back on. But we just had...
All planned, guys.
We had quite possibly the shortest series in STPL history. I'm going to have to get a stat for that, because now I'm interested. I'm going to be running the numbers on that this week. But either way, SouL versus iRK was a little bit one-sided. Now, in this series, there was a mistake that happened as well with organization between the 2 teams, and it's a little bit unfortunate. But game 1 was a walkover, which is really annoying, actually. But apparently, none of the VT captains were around. It was Bishop's birthday. He went drinking with Zealot and completely forgot, and they didn't have anyone to sub for him. So that's how it goes. The semifinals are cursed. That's it. That's what happens with the STPL, though. It's what we always do. We messed it up.
Personally, I blame Kicks for this. I think there's only really one solution, and that is that we fire Kicks from the STPL.
Let's make Kenenzi the person. Oh, thank you, Sugo, for the $20 donation, man. Thank you so much. Massive $20.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's gonna go towards
like
the season
more than the Brood War servers cost. Jeez. Yeah, things have been weird. It logged me out again, but I'm still in the game, so we're good. Anyway, unfortunately, we don't get the first game. Yeah. But that just means that each one of the games after that matter even more. Almost as much as each one of you guys in the chat.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to say, Shad, the reason why they couldn't play the next day is the games were actually played 5 hours ago. So I think they were played at midnight Korean time, which is why Bishop was out drinking for his birthday. I don't know whether or not it was the end of his birthday or the beginning. This is kind of an important distinction, but it's all good. Valhalla team, a really sick lineup. They have added action as well from WG, joining Wiko for STPL here for the semi-finals and possibly finals. I know I mentioned this before.
Do they not have any like morals, any scruples? It's like it's the day before the playoffs, and they're like, by the way, Action's on our team now. And they're like, what, you got Flash now too? Huh? Like who do you got on your team? Like, do teams matter? I don't know. But like I feel like you get to the finals and they're like, oh, by the way, we've got all the good players now. I'm like, wait a second. What's going on here? But yeah, now they've just got like anyway, they've got Action now, guys. Surprise.
Yeah. Now, the funny thing is, and the thing that I kind of want to make a point of, essentially, our second team, of course, going to be White Clan. Now, White Clan, they are the reason that Valhalla team and SouL have done so much trying to get strong players. Because look at the players in their lineup today. Best, which we're not going to see, unfortunately, he gets the walkover win. Killer, Mind, and Higher. This is a Pro League lineup right here. 4 of the best players in the world from their respective periods playing the game. And also, even now, Killer, I would say, is probably on the weaker end compared to the other lot. And Mind has kind of fallen off a little bit, but you don't get much better than this lineup.
Yeah.
And this is why VT and SouL have been going so crazy in like this weird arms race against each other, because both of them want to beat White in the final.
No, this is exactly like, this is the White Clan trap card. VT are just like, haha, we have Action. And then like, I don't know, White Clan turns over their trap card. It's like, by the way, our team is from Pro League. And like, oh, well, I also love how this is very like Haya in Pro League. He was one of my favorite Pro League players to watch ever, ever, ever. Haya and Sky High, but I can't say his name anymore. But Haya was the truth. He was so fun to watch because he was like he lost a lot of games, but he also won a lot of games. I think he all killed once, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, things have not been looking good. And if I'm not mistaken, that one win that he has is a 2-port Wraith game that he won. But it's also a million years ago, right?
Yeah, Haya hasn't really been his top form for a long time. I mean, Haya was in the military up until the end of last year. So he's finally back, but Haya and Killer, like, those two together, along with Jaedong, essentially made the Oz roster. Like, Oz had other players like Lomo. Well, no one cares about Lomo. He, like, 2-port raced every game. That was it. That was his thing.
Lomo. More like Lamo, am I right?
More like later, right? But either way, like, kind of crazy lineups. Let's have a look at who is going to be playing against each other. Bishop versus Best was a walkover because Bishop was too busy having fun celebrating his birthday to play Brood War. My goodness.
How dare he?
No passion. That's it.
He's supposed to be practicing social distance out here to prevent the coronavirus.
Yep, and he spent it with Zealot, so maybe they both have coronavirus now. That would be a very tragic situation.
Yes.
But our first game today, we're essentially making this a best of 3 almost. It's going to be, it's going to be a best of 5 still, obviously, depending on the outcome. But it's going to be Angel versus Killer in a ZVZ. Now, Angel is one of the best current amateur Zergs. Killer, of course, from his time, was one of the best Pro League Zergs. But Killer these days, I mean, he's gone through many name changes. Like, in-game, he's playing as Juno. But you guys obviously know him as Killer. He's been Baxter, he's been Killer. And a lot of it has been to try and get away from his old ID.
STPL New Pro League. HYP Pog Champ.
Yeah, I mean,
thanks, Creative.
I was gonna say that sub came in at like a horrible time, but thanks anyway. No, I totally you see this happen a lot, by the way. Who's the most recent horrendous name change that we saw in ASL? Oh, who is it? Harangi. Harangi changed his name to Bingsu. And I'm like, you had a 15-year career in this game. And you're like, by the way, I'm Bingsu now. I'm like, no, you're not. And Killer keeps trying to do this, but we're not going to let him. He's Killer. He's staying Killer. And that's what we're going to call him during the series. And he's starting off against 1004.
Angel.
Which means angel in Korean. Because it's Chonsa, and that translates into angel. So there you go.
One thing I would like to point out, the next game is probably going to be my most look forward to one. It's a TVZ between Action and Mind. Oh my god. Like, that's an ASL
That is legit
level
Pro
game.
League.
Well, legit Pro
That's...
League as well. Like, Mind used to be on... Mind was on KT as well as Action, I think. So I think Mind was on Fox for a bit, but unless he was NBC Game Hero, I can never remember. But either way, final game is going to be a TVT with Hire in it. Oh my god, I am in heaven right now. Hire's TVT, some of the best in the world. Joe Trey, one of the best Terran amateur players.
Yeah,
as well.
Get your Wraith bingo cards out. It's the bingo card where every square just says Wraith and you win instantly as soon as the game starts. That's going to be so sick.
Yeah, now let's have a look at our players. The first one is going to be Angel. He's only played twice so far. Both of them have been very recent. He actually played twice in one series, winning the series of Valhalla team by beating Noob and Zealot in a ZVP and a ZVZ. Zealot is definitely no slouch in TVZ, so he's got form. Killer, we don't have... in fact, we do have a single game from him. He actually played in the Season 1 final for White Clan against SouL. And he lost
basically
against Prime.
The last time White Clan did this same thing?
Yeah, well, they did it in the semi-final as well. But you know what? I appreciate what White do. Like, if they sent out Killer Best Mind Hire every single week, they wouldn't probably like to do it because essentially they're going to be playing at 12 a.m. every day, and they don't need to. Like, they send out a mix of skill levels of players. They send out a lot of different players as well, and yeah, they win a lot of games still, but they make the series fair, and they only ever send out their best against the other best. Like, when they fought against Net Wars in the Season 1 semi-finals, they were up against Bonneth and True Touch, and they did send their best. Mind went up against Bonneth in Game 4, and then he came out in the Ace match, so we had 2 Bonneth versus Mind games, which were super sick, and Lottie's come up to help me co-cast, so that's all good as well. But let's have a look at the map we're going to be on. We're going back to New Outlier. It is the second game of the series, of course. Now, ZVZ on this map, there's been a lot of them. And it's a relatively weird map for ZVZ. The games are often very quick.
Yeah, I think the players are going to be better than the games are. Let me just put it that way. And after our first series, that's saying a lot. But I actually just can't wait to watch these guys play. I mean, this is insane. Yep.
Okay, let's get into game number 1. Yeah, it's game number 1 technically of the series. It's going to be Killer versus Angel here on Neo Outlier. Okay, starting us off here in the 12 o'clock position, we do have the Blue Zerg fighting for Valhalla team. It's Angel.
That's right, and his opponent, his name might say Juno, but it's Killer playing for White Clan in the red.
Kind of crazy, like the first semi-final was a little bit lackluster, but I mean, it wasn't necessarily the fault of the... Well, I guess it always is the player's fault for trying to cheese and the cheese not working, but, like, both the teams in like, iRK are a very, very strong team. Like, they've made it all the way into the semifinals. Yes, they lost quite handily to SouL. The games didn't go as well as they could do, but White and Valhalla team, like, both of their rosters in this match, they are incredibly good players. I think we're going to get some really good games this series.
Yeah, I totally agree. Especially like the next game in the series, like, I'm getting chills because it's about 2 degrees outside, but also because the games are good. And as far as this game goes, let's see what the build orders are. Where's my Overlord? I'm waiting for it. We're just mirrored builds. No,
nope, 9 pull speed for Killer. Looks like Juno.
Yeah, versus 12 hatch.
Yeah, Angel gonna go 12 hatch. This is definitely rough.
It's easy. Can you say build order counter?
Well, I mean, 12 hatch against 9 pull speed. Jaedong's shown it in the past with his old JVZ style, and Killer definitely learned from this. You can actually hold a 12 hatch against 9 pull speed. It's not the end of the world. Obviously, it is harder, but if you can hold it off without losing too much, you're going to be in a big advantage.
What's the hardest ZVZ build order counter, Kicks?
Probably 4 pull against 12 hatch.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Checkmate kicks, but also this one. Anyway, it is very, very difficult to hold. Obviously, your opponent's Zerglings are amazing, and you have none. So, anyway, I mean, spawning pool halfway done as the Lings are coming across the map, and it's CVZ, and they did scout each other. So they're gonna know what's going on. It's not.
Killer didn't scout Angel. He scouted where he wasn't, so he does know where
Oh
to
yeah,
go
you're
because
right.
it is a 3-player map, and he did see the Overlord coming in, so that's going to be of an effort. He isn't going to waste any time or anything, but this is going to give the time for the hatchery to get close to finishing. The spawning pool is done, and if he can get Lings at the bottom of his ramp quick enough, he's going to be able to hold on, but it's whether or not he can keep this hatchery alive.
Well, we're gonna see that tree's at half HP. You gotta go. Do it now. He's trying to drill with the drones, but he actually just loses a drone. It doesn't deal any damage. So this is not the defense you're looking for. And actually, several of these drones have taken quite a bit of damage. This hatchery looks like it is gonna go down. Kicks it.
This is not looking good.
Out of there.
Well, this is definitely looking a bit difficult. The drones have been pulled, so he's going to be able to hold on to the Lings, but losing that hatchery puts you really far behind. Like, you're ahead, or you're going to be behind in workers now, given you used one of your workers to build the hatchery, and you got no benefit from that hatchery whatsoever. Okay, he got 2 Lings. Is that going to matter?
Well, to be fair, you did force your opponent into a 9-pool speed opener, which is very not economical. So he's going to go across the map and try to counter, and I mean, it's not the worst idea in the world, but also you can't really expect to get damage done with this. Like, your opponent's making speedlings, and your Lings are slow and suck. So he's probably going to lose a lot here. And you notice that, like, Killer's totally okay with taking this trade. Yeah. Because he knows that his opponent's just so far behind at this point.
Yeah, and this drone out the front is just going to go down. Like, it's going to go in, scout that there's a sunken, and die. Like, not really going to be able to do too much. Can you imagine if he somehow got in with his Lings and made a sunken colony in his opponent's base? Like, just imagine that would have worked. That would have been so cool.
Also, how would that even happen? I'm trying to think of, like, the wacky turn of events, but yeah, no, he's not going to. That will not be the exciting reality. Instead, Mutas will decide this game, and it's going to be rough. We might not even get there if these Lings can just go in and end it, but I don't think they should be able to.
Yeah, and just to quickly answer, right, Nice's question, the prize pool is around $1,500 at the moment for the STPL Season 2. Bisu is not on VT. That wasn't real Bisu, it's just someone with Bisu's ID, because that's what we do in Korea. Well, that's what they do in Korea. I'm not in Korea. But yeah, it's...
Yeah, but you are on White Clan, so...
Yeah. It's all good though. But either way, it looks like the hatchery nearly goes down again. The Lings do manage to hold onto it this time, so there is going to be additional lava. But, I mean, Angel is down 3 drones, and Killer's got his Spire coming in, and there's no lair. It's going to be spore colonies.
I mean, this is definitely a way to play. I'll never forget watching... Who was it? I remember watching Tai2 do this style over and over again and win in BSL. That was really cool. But mutas are out, right? So you've got to play a very specific set of skills, very specific style against these mutas. And I think obviously the spores are going to be up in time. It just costs so many drones to build spores that this kills your economy. And when you're down 3 drones already, like, I mean, Juno, or not Juno, Angel's just, he's got $0.
And yes, Cadenciano, Chancer is Angel, because I'm a smart guy and Rapid told me. And also, I've got Castamuse to help me with all this, like, translating stuff now. He's so cool, man. I don't know if you're watching, you're probably... Like, Castamuse is, like, the one person that I don't know how he was born in Korea. He lives on a European time zone. It makes no sense. But yeah.
Yeah, aren't you glad that there's this nice player with information on the Korean scene that told you what the name was? Wow, what a good person that person is.
Well, I did say that you told me that, but Castamuse tells me everything else. But oh my goodness, Killer is killing it.
He canceled the spore just in time for the drone to die. I mean, it was going to die anyway, but this is a complete tragedy. we're witnessing the death of a human right now. Angel about to become an angel, because when you die in Brood War, you die in real life, Kicks.
Now, the Sunken does go down in Juno's base, but the trouble is, the Mulas back at home are doing so much damage, but more Lings coming in. There's only 3 Lings in the mineral line here for Juno.
Wait a second.
Oh
Kicks?
my god, this is close. This is really tense.
No, it's not. It's definitely not. This game is 100% over. But you're right. It was close there for a moment. I still think he's totally dead, right?
Yeah, he is. There's actually the Mulas coming in. The spawning pool is actually coming up in the natural. Another creep colony being added on for another spore. Now, if he can get in with some kind of counter and kill every single drone, he's going to win the game. But that's a tall order.
I love Kix. It's like, well, the only way that he wins is if he can solve a Rubik's Cube in 10 seconds with his toes. I'm like, well, you might be right there, Kix, but also that is not going to happen. So sorry. Wow, what a game. GG. Damn, Killer living up to the hype, living up to his name. What a god. White Clan on the board. Well, I guess they're already on the board, but now they're
on the board again, officially.
For real.
Yeah, they're officially on the board now. Obviously, that is going to lend in favor of them because they are going to be on match point in this next game. For the next game, I mentioned it before, I'll mention it again. It's going to be Mind versus Action, and it's coming up very, very soon. See you guys in just a second. Okay guys, welcome back. We're here for another game in the semi-finals of STPL Season 2. We've had probably the fastest of semi-final could ever possibly go so far. We had an entire series that lasted about 20 minutes, and we just had a ZVZ as Game 1. So this could be a quick series again, but hopefully not, because this next game should hopefully be an amazing one.
Yeah, I'd love to pull up stats on these players head-to-heads. Do you have those stats, Kicks?
I can get them. Hold
Well,
on.
I mean, yeah, it'd obviously be outside of STPL because both of
Yeah.
these players are so insane. I mean, Action for a while there, I wouldn't say he was the best Zerg player ever because you got like inconsistent Jaedong floating around being emo and not playing, but Action's insane. Like, I think a lot of people really slept on this guy. He's like the reverse Queen or the reverse Zero, where nobody hypes him up and he does very well instead of everybody hyping him up and him sucking. Well, anyway, he's very good. I can't wait to watch him play. This guy is the truth. He's better than 99.9999s. Just he's other players in the world. I can't believe we get a chance to watch him play in STPL. But keep in mind, this is the VT trap card. They're like, aha, we've got Action on our team, so we better live up to the hype.
I'm just gonna say, you want to know something that's really funny about this? Obviously, KT and Mind, they started off on different teams, then joined the same team, so there's not many games. But Mind played 3 games against Action in his entire pro career. He's probably played since, but I'm not too sure on those. But back in 2010, he played all 3 of these games. He played twice in the Bacchus 2010 OSL, which is my favorite OSL ever. And he won both of those. And he lost in the Pro League that year against Action. On this very map, we're going to be heading into the one map in history where Mind lost against Action. It's New Tornado. What a weird coincidence. Maybe this was all planned from the very beginning. It's a 10-year plan in the making to get them to rematch here. But New Tornado, one of the more standard maps we've had in the map pool, been very balanced in ZVP, or ZVT I'd say. Zerg have actually had the edge, but that's because there's so many good Zerg players in the STPL compared to the amount of good Terrans. So just overall,
it also depends on which player is which. Even though there's racial stats, the skill level is definitely going to be coming into play. I would say that Mind has always been hyped up as a player, but I think now he is not in his top form. So I would say that Action probably has a pretty good advantage going into the series, not just because of their historical win-loss ratio, but also because of like their current form. Yeah. But it's going to be kind of cool to see them go back in time and replay that match that they had against each other.
Yeah, it's like the Effort versus Flash finals. We got the rematch of that. This is essentially that, but not nearly as hype. But it's all good.
STPL version.
Yeah, the STPL version. But here we go. Let's head into game number 3. It's Action versus Mind here on New Tornado. Okay, starting us off in the top left-hand position, we have Park Sung-yeon, aka Mind, fighting for White Clan in the blue.
And his opponent in the gross green color is Kim Song-dae, aka Action. What a god. Can't wait to watch these guys play against each other. Not only is it TVZ, my favorite matchup, it's also 2 very, very legendary players. Mind was supposed to be the second coming of Flash and never quite lived up to the hype, but he was always a very, very intelligent player. And Royal Rotor, if I'm not mistaken.
I think Mind was wait, Action was a Royal Rotor? Did Action win a tournament?
No.
Oh, Mind. Sorry.
Mind.
Yeah, I think Mind was one of the Royal Roaders. If you don't know what a Royal Roader is, it's someone who goes into their first ever tournament and wins. There's very, very few people who made it as a Royal Roader back in the day because essentially it was a very, very tough thing to do. So it's just kind of crazy that Mind versus Action is going to be what we see here. Now, people pointing out that Action misspelled his ID, and that's fine. It's all good.
I mean, his name is still Action. I think you guys can tell who it is. Wow, this is how you win in life, is when you find when a player who's actually like incredibly brilliant and talented made one spelling mistake. Got him. Holy cow. He'll never recover, guys.
Okay, well,
anyway, as far as builds go, it's going to be is this Overpool?
Yeah. Yeah, Overpool, I guess. Probably going to go into a 12 hatch behind this. Now, the good thing is, it's nothing too crazy, so... Someone's saying fix the overlay. What's up with the overlay?
Is there a problem with the overlay?
Oh, it might be because Action's color is weird. Oh, the colors are on the wrong way. I'll fix it. Thanks for pointing it out.
I was just going to say, like, everything looks good. I just missed that. I think you guys can tell. Like, obviously, if you're looking at the player scorecard to figure out which one of these players is which, like, mine's the Terran player, guys. So, you know, there's ways to figure it out. You guys are smart. I trust you. Just kidding, Kicks. I don't trust them.
Well,
but they'll never know.
We have the makings of a macro game here. I say that, and there's 6 lings running towards Mine's base, and he only has a single Marine. Oh no, he's got 2 Marines now. He's got the SCV there on the ramp as well. Let's see if he can hold on. TVZ was one of Mine's best matchups back in the day. The SCVs get their perfect timing. Oh my god.
What a sick monster. Okay, yeah, this is the truth. And I love how he's already starting the CC. I mean, it's on the high ground, so it's like a moral victory when you make Terrans make their CC not on location. But I think that's just like smart anyway. And he'll be able to hold this ramp to infinity and beyond if those SCVs repair each other.
Yeah, it's funny because if I'm in Mine's position, I just lose the game right there. So the
SCVs glitch out, attack the Marines, and kill everything.
The SCV's like, oh, I don't actually want to sit on the ramp. I'm gonna go like run somewhere else. And I'm like, no, and then my Marines die, and then I lose the game. But anyone who's seen me playing TVZ knows that's a very big thing of me. But the good thing is, Mine isn't like that. He knows how to deal with lings. The ling only build does not beat him. Now we don't have any gas just yet, so I think we are going to be heading in to it is going to be 2 Racks Academy. Second Racks coming up quite late though, compared to when you normally want to do it. Might be because his second Racks is his CC is on the high ground.
Oh yeah.
Burrow.
Good point, but I like it. We're gonna see some Molzerg out of action. I mean, it could also be used defensively. I think that's the way you see it more often than not. But this is a really, really cool way to play. I'm totally in love with the early Burrow.
Now, the good thing about this for us is usually when you have these weird kind of styles, when you go for early Burrow.
I wanted to Burrow Ling. Yeah. Oh, what a god. Can't land there.
Yeah, but you can just land next to it. It's not the biggest deal. Now, what would be cool is if he lands or puts all of his lings there. If he does that, he can't even move to the left. But here we go. Mine's like, oh, he's got Burrow, hasn't he? Oh, no.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no Terran Overlord. I actually totally agree. I think it would be really sexy to see him burrow another ling there. Obviously, if you burrow too many, it's like, haha, well, you know, he's gonna get scans eventually. But I mean, he's not even landing the command center off center.
Yeah,
what?
He's landing it way off center.
Is that really?
Oh, there's a second ling. There's a second ling.
Oh, there is a second ling. Okay, all right. We're done, guys. Don't look at us. Well, they can't see us. But anyway, yeah, the second ling burrowed obviously makes this disgusting. You're basically making $0. This is like upkeep in Warcraft 3. You've got to pay money to mine from this location now. It's so bad. Oh, power burrowed lings.
Now, the really impressive thing about what Action's doing here is Action is going into lurkers behind this off of 3 bases. Now, one thing Burrow does is it forces scans. So there goes there goes 1 scan, which is the only scan Mind has. Second scanner is going to be very late given the fact his CC is not even in the right position. And this means when the lurkers come towards Mind, he is not going to have much detection whatsoever.
Yeah, it's 3 Hatch Lurker coming across the map. Oh, it's so cool. I love to see these big brain games. And, I mean, Burrow still functions as scouting. Some bio balls just walked over a burrowed ling. So, incredibly brilliant play here by Action. And it's not like Mind is doing anything wrong here. I would say that his position is not terrible. The only problem is that he just doesn't have the information he needs. He does get 1 scan, which tells him, wait a second, it's time to head back home. And I don't disagree.
Yeah, did he?
But once again, this is going to be scouted by that ling.
I missed where he scanned, but if he scanned the main, he's going to be fine. Yeah, he did. 2 bunkers coming up immediately in the natural. He's going to be building a turret right behind these, or right next to him even. Looks like it's getting a little bit stuck on the SCV, but here we go. He is getting ready. He is getting prepared for this attack. And if action goes in with a ton of Lings, they're all going to die to the fire bats. So this is rough. But when games go crazy like this, we could have a very, very long TVZ on our hands here.
I love what Mind is doing with the one Marine on the high ground to see all these Lings running over. It's super, super brilliant. To just get as much information as possible. Obviously, he knows the main info, which is obviously that there's lurkers coming.
Oh, he canceled the lurker.
Just... Wait, he still has lurkers on the way, right?
Yeah, he's got one on the way, though. He had two coming up in the middle of the map, and he just switched it to one. Just cancelled one. He's like, nope. This attack isn't going to work. I don't need both lurkers right now. So he's going to go and spend his money on something else because he is going Hive straight away and into a Spire.
Damn, what a monster. How does he do it? This is so cool. This is why I love watching players at like the highest level play, because it's no longer about like straight up what beats what. It's the mind games and players like, shadow boxing. Oh, this is so much fun to watch. So yeah, we canceled the lurker plan. Obviously, there is one, so haha, maybe it kills a million Lings or Marines, maybe not. But the Hive tech coming in afterwards with the Spire is a little bit more interesting. Oh, there's a couple of spines. Oh, actually, it might just kill all the fire bats. I thought he was going to run it in after the bio ball left. I was like, that's a little cheeky, but no, he saves it, runs it back away. There's still a bunch of burrowed Lings everywhere, so this is great vision and information for action.
Yeah, he's got vision over pretty much anywhere the Terran can run. He even has a Overlord in the middle as well to make sure to check for any drops. Now, this is going to be Crazy Zerg coming in from action, so this will be an Ultra Cavern coming up after the Defiler Meld most likely. Double Evo Chamber already done, going for those melee upgrades. And if you can get to Ultra with absolutely nothing stopping you, you are in a very good spot.
In the middle. So he's got those lurkers, but actually I think it's super smart for Mind to not just walk through the middle of the map. Obviously, let's see if he's going to lift the lurkers and come back home, because this is a ton of bio. Oh my god, there's random drones in the middle. They're not going to really do much.
Yep.
But the lurkers in the middle are not going to finish. So this is a little bit of an anti-timing here.
Yeah, you say they're not going to finish, but lurkers are pretty good. That lurker got the bug shot where as the lurker died it fired, so the spines did double damage. And that's all of, it's basically all of Mind's bio is going to go down. That was such a 6-spine.
Okay, to my credit, the lurkers in the middle did not finish, but it turns out that when one spine one-shots the Marines, you don't need too many lurkers, Kicks.
That lurker survived with 20 health on that egg. That could still go down.
What a god. Well, now there's a bunch of lurkers out. There's still that bad drone rally point, but will that lurker ever finish morphing?
The tank got there with 6, or it hit it once and got its 6 health, but didn't kill it. So that's another full health lurker here, but Mind in a very dangerous position. No vessels already just yet. The vessel, the Science Elite just, finished up a little bit ago. He's just getting irradiate. And he's getting ready to push
siege mode's done now, so this makes this push even more deadly.
Yeah, the siege mode makes it very, very cool. It kind of becomes TVT-esque in a way, where you have like a siege line from both players, but unlike in TVT where both have the same range, one can see across the whole screen and one can barely look in front of it, but it means you have to constantly leapfrog your lurkers back or you lose them all. The vessel's out the front here as well. Now we do have Swarm and Consume is done, so if he goes in right here, right now, he could do a ton of damage to this Terran army.
Yeah, I love how it's actually not crazy.
Oh my god,
he actually is going to get the swarm. But wait, what are those defilers doing? Kicks, save my eyes! No! Okay, he saves one of the defilers, thankfully.
Yeah, but one of them goes down. He's defending his ramp with 2 Lings. There's no lurkers on this ramp whatsoever. So as soon as these tanks kill the Lings, like that bio is going to run into the base.
There's only one lurker under the swarm and it's irradiated, so he needs to bring up another lurker. He gets up another swarm, and wow! How did that just run underneath that swarm? That's disgusting.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Kicks, there's no justice in this world.
Yeah, Dark Swarm is a good ability, a good skill to have, but Mind still gets 3 Marines, 4 medics up into the mineral line. There's no more swarm here, so he gets one of the lurkers. Can he get another one? Can he get a load of drones? He's in such a good position here. He's even going to be able to start shelling down on the evolution chambers over here, and that's going to be a big problem. Oh my god.
mean, is he actually gonna dodge? Oh my god, he's gonna dodge just barely. Okay, never mind. I thought he was gonna just barely dodge outside the range of those lurker spines, but he doesn't. The Marines get cleaned up. There's a couple of medics healing each other in the back, but who care that? And actually, after action, almost just like fell over and turned his skin inside out, is actually totally fine. Well, maybe not totally fine, but you get the idea. He's alive.
Apparently the game sound is quite low. But I do agree with you. Yeah, I don't
Fine for
know.
me.
It sounds loud for me, but I agree completely with what you said there. Now, the Defilers didn't get too much done. We do have a load of tanks, a load of Marines still heading in, but there's no medics here now. So these Marines certainly not going to be doing what Mine needs them to do. The vessels out the front certainly going to help. And look at this Dark Swarm coming in at the perfect time.
Yeah, perfectly placed Dark Swarm. Oh, this is so good. Action playing this about as well as he can. He's going to get Scourge on the vessel. He gets it over the bio ball. How does he do it? Nobody knows. He's too good, Kicks.
Yeah, he's like, I mean, Action is such a good Zerg player. Mind is doing the best he can at the moment, but he's just up against constant swarms. Now the benefit.
Yeah, Lurker running down. Okay, he's fine for now. He's gonna hold, but I mean, this is still requiring a lot of. It's requiring a lot from Action, and especially if he keeps getting his Defilers irradiated, you know, he might not be able to keep this up forever.
Yeah, and the good thing for Mind is while he is losing a lot of bio, he's keeping Action on his side of the map. He's not worried about any big counterattacks. There's been no major threat of that so far, and it means he's able to get this third base up.
He scanned that counterattack too. What a monster. He knows the Lynx are going to try to backstab, so he's splitting a few fire bats backwards. And even though the Lynx are going to segment the bio from its reinforcements, he should have enough back home to defend. Oh, actually, he's going to have to stim. These Lynx are... Man, speed things are so fast, Kicks.
They are,
oh
but
my
fire
god.
bats do so much damage.
Yeah, so in the end, only 5 Lynx survive bruised, but look at the mass vessels. They're just doing so much work.
Yeah, every time I click the vessels, he's got no energy on them. He's doing such an amazing job keeping that energy low, irradiating as much as possible. He's trying to go in. There is the Ultralisk Cavern there, but he hasn't got the gas to go for the Ultras right now. He's been spending so much money on Defilers, so much money on Lurkers.
Yeah.
He has to do that to stay alive, and Mind is playing perfectly in this situation. Now, double upgrades coming in for Mind, of course. That's going to put him up to 3-2 when those are finished. And now we have that kill switch activated for him. He's going to go for double drops over into the main.
Oh, yeah. This is why when you were saying Crazy Zerg, I was like, wow, is he really going to be able to survive all that without Defilers? He did go Defilers, but that's where the gas is going, so obviously you can't really... build Ultralisks at that point. But he did get up a 4th base, so that's kind of mission accomplished, as long as these 2 dropships don't kill everything, Kicks.
Yeah, this is going to be a big problem. There is a counterattack going down to the 3rd base of the Terran. There is no defense up here. There's a bunker with 2 Marines in. Who cares about that? The Marine's going to get on top of a spawning Ultralisk, but the Ultra going to be soaking up so much damage. Hasn't managed to fire. There we go. It goes down. Oh, and here comes the Dark Swarm.
There's a swarm out. Unfortunately, it doesn't defend against...
He gets a Spire!
He did... Oh my god. He's going to get the Lurker Den too? No, he's not actually focusing it. So this is going to get cleaned up, thankfully. Man, I watched so many drops just kill Zerg players because, like, a Marine survives or something. I'm like, oh, disgusting. But, I mean, he defends, but obviously losing the
Plague!
Heartbreaking, with a Plague on everything!
Oh, that was such a massive Plague.
Monstrous Plague. Oh. Okay, well... You know, never say never, as the Justin Bieber movie is titled.
Another Defiler going to go down before irradiate. The units are so far away as well. It's going to go down before it can go and Plague. So just going to throw down a couple of swarms just to be sure. Now, the important thing about getting that Spire is, you know what you need a Spire for? To kill dropships. You know what Mind is going to be good at doing? It's dropping. He's got another drop going around the top side of the map into the 3rd base. Now, unlike before where there was a ton of defense here, suddenly there isn't. And those upgrades for Action, they're not quite done yet. Oh, there is 4 Scourge here, though.
Yeah, there are, but I mean, you know, Scourge are stupid. Let's not underestimate that. But they're tracked on. He's got him cloned, and so he should be okay.
Oh, how did he save that?
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Mind? Stop it. Stop it. You're too good. Oh, look at this 6-vessel army, too. Running forward, he's going to get the Irradiate off onto the Defiler as soon
he's
as it
gonna
pops out of the
Razor.
Nidus.
Oh, Plague on the Vessel, so this could be massive if he gets a Muta down here, but he needs to build a Spire again to make that happen. There's units coming into the 4th base, the Nidus, units coming out there trying to desperately hold on to the 4th base over here. The natural, all of the drones get borrowed to a Razor, not as powerful, making use of that upgrade he got early on in the game very effectively, but all the dropships go down, only a single Marine gets out.
I can't believe there's no anti-air. These vessels might as well have 1,000,000 HP because there's no
Well, the Spire
anti-air.
died, so there's... Oh, we finally got a Spire back in. The Scourge coming out. The Ultra's taking so much damage. Oh, wow. He gets 3 of those vessels. The Ultra's still alive against the Bio. 3-2. Or 3-1 is actually only... Or 3-2 just finished against 2-5. So these Ultras going to be taking a lot of damage, dealing a lot of damage as well. And all of the Bios get cleaned up there, but the 4th base is under fire again.
Yeah, there is a swarm from the Defiler out of the Nidus, so the base is still alive for now. That's a big for now, Kicks. The vessel count, by the way, back up to 6, even though 3 of them are very low. So, look, Mine is just trying his hardest, but Action is just waxing on, waxing off. I love the one Muta that's there to kill the vessels, just like shows up and dies. So no glaive bounces for you, one Muta. So he might remake another one, but he's too busy spending all that gas on Ultras.
Now, the scary thing for Action is he is spending all that gas on Ultras, and what is Mine doing back at home? He is going into Battle Cruisers, and Battle Cruisers are an incredible tool. You force the Zerg into a billion Scourge, and the one benefit that Action has is he is cleaning up this bio so well in the middle of the map.
Yeah, damn, that is really good. Unfortunately, he can't clear up the Science Vessels. There's 5 Science Vessels on 1 HP, and he can't kill them. So that is a little heartbreaking. He's gonna try to do
Muta!
Oh, here we come. Da, 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 da. Pew, pew, pew. Come on. Oh my god, this is disgusting to watch. Oh.
And losing those, he's building BCs now. He's not going to be replenishing his vessel count. There is some... Oh my god, is he going to save it? Yes, he does.
Almost. Wow. But yeah, the BCs are out.
Yeah, the battle cruisers are operational. They're heading down to the 4th base. There's going to be a lot of Mutalists probably coming out here to defend with or to deal with these, but there's no upgrades. And Mutalists without upgrades against BCs, they're not great.
Wait, what do you mean a lot of Mutas? Where's the lot of Mutas?
He's building well, he built another Muta down in the bottom right. I thought he was going to switch into Mutalists, but I guess not.
Yeah, I think he's just saving one. But you're right, Mutas suck against BCs, so let's not get our hopes up here.
Oh, look at this Spore Colonies, though. Spore Colonies are a great counter to the BCs.
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to save the gas, which is a huge deal. Oh, catching the SCV transfer is massive. I mean, it evens up the worker count, but the bigger thing is that you just can't use this base down here. So Mine is actually a little bit on a clock because his natural is drying up.
Yeah, but the 4th gas coming out here for Action. Gonna go down to the BCs. Very annoying to deal with. As the crazy thing about this game is neither player has had a moment to breathe. There's been action every single place all over the map. Pun not intended, but here we go. Attack coming into the 3rd base. Mine in a very defensible position, but the Ultras getting on top of the Marines.
And the bunker, no repair, so it just pops instantly. Sure, the vessels are going to come back, but you don't want to irradiate Ultras in a mineral line. More economic damage being done here by Action. The shoe, as they say, Kicks on the other foot now. Terrible damage being done across the map, and now Mind can't even use his 4th base. And in fact, with the command center at half HP, I really hope a queen comes out. But there is damage being dealt across the map. The Ultras, though, they're just so powerful.
Yeah, there's so much bio left over, but the Ultras have got so much armor. The Marines definitely struggling, but there's no swarm here. So these Ultras are going to go down, and there's no way to defend the 3rd base right now.
I mean, there's Sunkens on the high ground. Those are going to pop instantly. The Ultras, they're basically invincible, but I mean, 1 damage times 1 billion is still billions, so they still die. Scourge might be able to find a vessel, but joke's on them. There's like 3 vessels. And might be going in for an eraser. Gets one of the vessels. That's nice.
And that was one of the ones with energy as well, so no eraser.
I mean, there's 3 more vessels coming right in, as well as a replenished bio ball, and this is just going from bad to worse for Action. He got across the map, he did the damage, but he needs to hang on back home.
Yeah, the third base is completely mined out here for Action, so he's going to transfer all of his drones away. Now another good plague, the BCs in the bottom right. They've been plagued down to 3 health, so those BCs are going to do absolutely nothing. Fourth
Where's
base...
that one Muta?
I don't know, I think it died, but...
It's dead, yeah.
We're back up to 5 vessels here for Mind, and just more and more irradiates going down. The third base is alive.
Oh, plague on the entire bio ball. Oh, now it's going to go down to these Zerglings, maybe.
Oh my god.
Oh, he tanks it with the full health Marines at the front.
The third
What a
base has
monster.
been stopped mining. Mind is not mining from his third anymore. A link counterattack doing so much damage. Now, Mind does have the minerals left in his natural because of the map feature here. Now, there is going to be an eraser, but as long as Action can burrow here, it's going to do nothing. But let's see if he notices.
No, he's not noticing. He's okay. He finally notices, but not before like 7 drones went down there. Still very, very effective, and the vessel count is still gigantic. So just so much value. It's really going to take like, I don't know, a switch into air. Like, how do you kill that many vessels? It's insane. But the link counterattacks are really what's winning this game for Action. They're across the map. They're killing so many SCVs now, 34 to 46. And these are cracklings. They kill everything so quickly. As soon as the SCVs retransfer to the third, they're going down again.
Yeah, this is just way too much damage for Mind to be taking, but every single time he goes back in for more erasers, gets more and more drones, the burrow just isn't coming in quick enough. And he's actually going to go up to the third to try and eraser there and find out, hey, there's actually no workers up here anymore. So, a little bit unfortunate. Ling's in the middle of the map, though, with the Ultra, taking down some more bio. And this third base from Mind still isn't mining.
The first time this game, Action at a supply lead momentarily, but it was there, and he's still stopping mining at this third base. Finally, it's getting back, but there's only 6 SCVs mining there, so a somewhat Pyrrhic victory. And even though the vessel count is still large and in charge, you can't irradiate Zerglings.
Yeah, now one thing that would really help Mind here is if he could afford to go back into BCs, but he needs the energy from the vessels. He needs every irradiate he can get. This is such a crazy game, as Cameloid says in chat as well, but what a cool game to be able to watch.
Well, here we go. I thought he was actually going to try to run by the bunkers. Obviously, maybe not the smartest idea, but I love what Action is doing. He's spreading his overlords out to every base on the map, just making sure that there's no sneaky shenanigans going on. There's no extra bases anywhere. And I love that even though there's vessels floating around, there's still burrowed Zerglings, giving a ton of vision to Action as this bio ball heads down to the bottom right.
Yeah, now the Ling's still getting a position, trying to deal with any reinforcements coming out, but oh my god, is he going to get his Lings into the third base again? This is basically all of Mind's economy right now. Like, if he can't save this third base, it's game over. Now, the vessel's coming in for a ton of irradiates, going down a lot of units there. Going to pull his bio back to make sure he doesn't take any additional damage. Scan coming in to confirm what else is there. And he's getting ready to go for a big push into this fourth base.
Now, there are lurkers on the high ground, or there were lurkers on the high ground. They are no longer there anymore. Here's the D-Matrix. We're going in. He's going to see no lurkers, so he's just going to tank up these spines. No problem. Sure, there's Swarm, but there's nothing underneath it.
Oh, that plague, though.
Yeah, that plague, very, very good, of course. And, I mean, maybe it's going to stop a little bit here, but the base at the bottom left, the fourth base for Mind, it's going down again to another Ling run by. They've been devastating all game long. Action is killing it. Kicks.
Yeah, the funny thing about that is he never actually secured the fourth base again. I think he wanted to transcend his SCVs to Mind there and then land the CC, but there's a borrowed Ling under it, so he can't. So that's a little bit unfortunate. But oh, two vessels go down here. Mind with a ton of Marines still left over. The spores are going to go down. Scanning, even though the vessels are right nearby, to get all of those drones. So many drones going down.
Crazy. Yes, so many drones are dying right here because he's not burrowing them. I mean, scan or vessels, whatever. But
well, they were burrowed. He unburrowed them when the scan ran down. So
okay, didn't notice that. Anyway, but neither player is basically mining. Both players are mining on like just the bare minimum skeleton crew here. I don't know. Did Mind do it? Did Action do it? Who did it, Kicks?
It's still so close. It's anyone's game. Mind is essentially on one base economy. Action still mining pretty well off his second base, but his gas is depleted, so he's down to just one base as well, essentially. Third base is down. The fourth base is not mining. Oh, I guess this is the fifth base now, but yeah, this is... I think Mind has definitely got an advantage given his vessel count. But Action could still come back in this. He just needs to make sure he can stop that third base of Mind from mining.
All the bio in the middle just died because the Ultra tanked the bio ball, and then the Cracklings killed everything. And he's running back in again to this bottom left-hand base, but I don't know if it's worth it at this point. Like,
Mine's almost mined out.
Yeah, that's true. Neither player is mining right now. I mean, they both got almost dead naturals, but that's it. Or thirds, or I don't know, whatever. Anyway. Finally, the Zerglings are killing the bio ball in the middle as it, recoalesced there. But I think these Ultras are so powerful. It's so hard to call. I think Action's got this.
I think Mind has now. Action just lost a ton of units. He's got nowhere to really expand to anymore. He's got no money to expand. But like, Mind has lost most of his units. He's no longer mining whatsoever. Yeah, the only thing he has going for him is the vessels.
Yeah, but you can't irradiate Lings, and there's so many Lings. So I think Action's going to go all in on Lings and see if he can't win that way. Oh, D-Matrix on the Fire Bat. Oh, Carnage. Disgusting. Oh, my God.
He multiple D-Matrix as well. As soon as the other one ended, he used it again.
Yeah, because if you use it on a D-Matrix that's already there, it just refreshes the D-Matrix. It doesn't... Yeah, you don't get the max value out of it, but... Anyway, oh, he's gonna catch a free medics in the middle. That's nice, but
I think Action has it.
You think Action has it?
Mind is essentially on one Firebat and two medics. That's his army with a load of vessels. 3 Firebats coming out now. Action is probably gonna expand to this top middle location. Although Mind is mining. Oh, that's where all of Mind's army is. He's got 10 Marines on the high ground. Oh man, this is so crazy. Yeah,
but I mean, Mind is mining, and that's the big thing. You can still make Marines off of those minerals. I mean, Firebats, they're so good against Lings, but Lings are, they're so good against everything. And he kills off so many of the Firebats. Mind, like you said, Kixie, has got no units, but he has just barely enough to hang on. And he is mining from that bottom left-hand base. Let's see if Action can hang on long enough to get another base up and running at the top of the map.
I don't think he can. Like, it's going to be tough. Like, he's got a good number of drones still to go for that economy. He is going to transfer drones up here, so he is going to expand to the 12 o'clock location. And Mind isn't really in a position to attack it. Like, yes, he's got a lot of Firebats. Yes, he's got a lot of Medic Marine. But the second he leaves this bottom left-hand location, that base is going down.
I just assume that Zerg at some point have the Crackling upgrade, but it appears as if Action does not. I was watching those Lings attack, and I'm like, wait a second. So, not as strong as they could be, which is crazy considering how powerful they've been.
Yeah, no, looks like we are going to have a Defiler coming down into this natural. He wants to try and push forward. Does he have enough units to get into this base? If he does, Mind is going to have 0 economy. And
he's got to get the swarm down. He's trying to get in range in time. Can he do it? Yes, the swarm does go down.
Does he get another one, though? No, he doesn't. He doesn't get the second swarm, so he can't actually kill much. He's going to be able to attack the... Wait, is he just going to Vessel? Oh, he's going to Eraser. If he erases over these Lings, the Lings will... Oh, never mind. I guess not.
There's actually a medic standing underneath the Dark Swarm. The Lings just, aren't killing it. There it is.
Oh,
all right.
There we go.
Anyway... But still, I mean, any economic damage is a ton. But luckily, Mind has been able to suss out this 12 o'clock base. And he's heading right there.
Oh, that is not something you want to see. A Plague missing everything. That is going to be it, I think. Action going to lose this top base. There's 2 drones up here that burrowed. That's not going to help you too much. Weird that you didn't expand.
There's a bunch of drones up the top that burrowed too. The Lings are going to try to come in, but I think the Bio wins that fight. Even though there's more, if he can save these drones, maybe... I mean, he does... Never mind. All right, yeah, this is a total tragedy. I think Mind's got this.
Yeah, it's going to be impossible nearly for Action to be able to take down these units. Looks like we are going to have some... I mean, there is still drones mining at the natural. He's going to have the other natural as well. If he can get a Nidus up, I mean, maybe he can make something happen, but the trouble is, he doesn't have the economy to anymore. Now, With a single drone left alive at that top middle base, Action is on his last legs here. Mind has finally got some semblance of an economy, but even then, it's not much.
Yeah. Mind being able to resecure that bottom base basically means he's got infinity resources, Kicks, because Action just has nothing. And he knows that as long as he just presses on this pressure point up top, actually, that's a lot of links, Kicks.
It is.
Hold the fun. What are we doing here? Okay, no. Mine's still killing it. Never mind. He's got enough vessels now to where he can irradiate Zerglings. That's how many there are. I mean, there's 5, but you know, it's infinity because nothing can kill them.
Yeah, D-Matrix on the Marine as well, just making it even harder. There's no Sunken, there's no Defiler up here. I was gonna say, if this is a Defiler spawning, maybe you can hold on with... Oh my god, the drones are in the worst place in the world right now.
Oh no, not like this! Yeah, there's the D-Matrices coming out. Damn! GG Action taps out, and Mind takes the 32-minute epic ZVT. What a monster. How does he do it? Oh, so good.
That was a very, very sick game. Mind was in Action's face constantly for the first, I'd say 20, no, you know what? He was pretty much in his face like all 30 minutes of that entire game. Like, there wasn't a single moment where Action could take a breath.
Yeah, action-packed for sure. I love that after a 30-minute first series and a walkover and a 10-second game, we finally get the game we deserved. So congratulations to Mind and to White Clan for, I guess, their trap card trumped VT's trap card. But that's still actually amazing to see that even though a lot of people, myself included, doubt Mind because he's, you know, maybe not what he used to be, he's still insanely good and absolutely better than, like, I don't know, all but, I don't know, 5-6 Terrans in the world. So super legit to see him win that way.
Yeah, and of course that does mean White Clan will go into the finals to face against SouL again. It's a rematch in the Season 2 finals between SouL and White, but there's one more game. It's Haya versus Jotre, and it's coming up after this. Sorry, Rapid, I did it again. I muted it
God
at
damn,
the worst
Kicks!
possible time. I can't help it.
One job. I'm like, huh.
Okay, well, we're going to go into our final game of the series. White Clan have obviously moved forward, but this is kind of the game to close it out, I guess. Are VT going to be able to take a win against White Clan? It's going to be tough, but it's going to be up to Jotre here. I don't know if I'm saying his name correctly, but either way, he's played in the STPL before. He played against Scan and he won. So to win against Scan in the TBT on this very map is not easy to do. But can he do it against the one, the only, Haya?
Yes. No, I don't know. I don't know. Look, Haya is the truth. He's so good. I love watching this guy play. He's like, if you're a Zerg player, then Haya is like your guy. Because he's like the Terran Zerg player. He loves Raze. That's about all you need to know. Even though Kix gives him 0 stars out of 5, I think he's still a very good player. And he's brand new to the STPL, so let's see what this rookie player is going to bring us, Kix.
Yeah, could be kind of cool. Jotre is actually one of the top foreigners, and you keep going on about trap cards. The one who actually made that a meme in Brood War was actually Haya, and that was for this. I'm just going to post it in chat. But essentially, one of his Pro League ceremonies was he brought out his trap card. It was really good.
That's so epic. what a meme.
Yeah.
Yeah, continue.
I was just going to say, I mentioned before, Haya was kind of like the second best player on Oz. Like, you had Jadong and Haya, and it essentially meant they always got to the ace match because these two players, they just never lost. Like, Haya, TVT God. Let's head in. Well, let's actually have a look at the map quickly because it's like TVT Central.
It sure is. It's Blitz X. And we've seen many, many TVTs here. But I think if you look at the top one, that should tell you the story. Kogut winning there against a very strong White Clan Terran. He won with mass raids, essentially. So,
yeah,
you know, that's what this map is. And I think that really plays into Haya's favor.
Yeah, let's head into game number 4, the final game of this evening. It's Haya versus Jotre here on Blitz X. Okay, starting us off here in the top left-hand position, we do have the one, the only Jotre fighting for Valhalla team in the yellow. In the lag, apparently.
Jeez Louise, what? Yeah, his opponent... oh my goodness, you know how long ago I set latency and it just now is coming through?
I set latency before as well. I don't know. It's just weird.
Okay, well, it looks like... well, yeah, the servers are kind of rough today. Anyway, his opponent is White Clan's Mulgogi, which means fish, if you guys were concerned. But crucially, so in English, we have one word for fish. If it's dead fish or alive fish, it's just fish. But in Korea, it's gogi mul, if it's like the dead fish, or mulgogi, which is like the live fish.
That's actually really cool. And Musapra is mini, Shad.
Yeah. You want to know what that means?
What, Musapra? Yeah.
Yeah. So Sapa in Korea doesn't mean anything. Never mind. Haha, trolled.
Damn it. Curse you, Rapid.
I'll get some every time.
I'm too trusting. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
how dare you?
Haya's gonna go build his barracks in the middle of the map. This isn't a crazy all-in or anything like that. He's gonna build its scout. It does give you the option of punishing a 14cc, which on a map where the rush distance is so long, is actually quite a common build here. So we'll have to see how Jotre is gonna play this. He's not... he is building the barracks, but he's building it close by air positions.
Yeah, I mean, look, just cut to the chase. Build your wraiths. Like, honestly, if I see a Gaslix expand out of either one of these players, I'm going to be baffled. Kicks.
Yeah, and that
God, this
a
is
very fair point.
horrendous.
It is very bad lag. As Vigo Star said, like his English nickname was Magikarp. I don't know if that was his like Korean nickname as well, but that's essentially I think why he's got the name Mulgogi, because when he plays, he has his mouth wide open like a fish. A little bit of Brood War trivia for you guys.
Okay, finally the servers let us play the game again. But okay, yeah, we've got gases on both sides. I think both players kind of know the name of the game here. I mean, you don't play against Haya and not realize that he's probably going raised. But I really like the forward racks out of Haya, because not only is it going to allow him to scout faster, it's just kind of a nice TVT thing to do, especially if you think your opponent might be going for like a 14cc.
That's very fair, but as you can see from Jotray's barracks as well, it's a little bit further away, but it's still very close to his opponent's main, very close by air. Cadency saying that apparently Haya calls himself the Carp King these days, so that's kind of a funny nickname.
King of the Magikarps. To like, nice dude, you're like the best worthless Pokemon.
But then if you punch him up too hard, he'll just become Gyarados and kill you, so gotta be careful. Don't want to do what
Well,
James
I mean,
said.
let's not get it twisted. Young Jatre might be playing against Gyarados already. Well, I mean, the game is not over just yet. We still have to count the number of raids that both players make. I'm memeing a little bit. I really do hope they go raids, because watching Haya play raids is like insane. But also, that's like the only thing he does. So I remember watching Haya in KSL versus, what was it, Modesty. They had the worst 2 best-of-5s I've ever seen. It was horrendous. And it was just him going raise every game, no matter what. It was hilarious. I love it. Never change.
One thing that may be interesting to try is, can you try turning off your camera a second? We'll just see if that makes any difference.
What?
Lag. I'm just seeing
that
if
doesn't...
it makes a change, because that means
it's okay
going
for
on.
now.
Yeah.
Cherish every second. Tell your loved ones that you love them, because we're not guaranteed any moments. So be thankful for the non-laggy seconds of this game, because looks like there won't be many of them. But it's fine for now, so cross your fingers. Yeah, I was going to say, haha, turning off my camera clearly changed the lag situation. Anyway, Barracks passing the night. Yeah, no mysteries or surprises here. I guess the expo from Haya will ensure that he will be able to make as many raids as he wants. But it is a little bit surprising, because I definitely expected a 2-port opener.
I think this is definitely more of a, in my opinion anyway, I feel like this is more of a dropship map. Like, wraiths are good, but you can build so many turrets all over the place that dropships give you a little bit more mobility. Now, one thing Jotre is going to do is he's going to actually float a factory into his opponent's main. It's a very short distance, and he's going to be trying to get some vultures up there. So if Haya plays a little bit too aggressively, he is going to struggle with a backstab.
This is so crazy. I love it when players do this. It's a little bit rare and definitely map specific, but oh god, oh my god, Kicks, stop it!
I can't help it.
Turn off your Epic Games Store. I think it. Wow, this is horrendous. Obviously, this is completely out of our control, guys. We're doing our best here, but
one thing I would point out is, yes, we do have some technical difficulties, but the reason why we cast from replays is so we don't cause lag like that when the players are trying to play their game. This game was played at turn rate 24, low latency, so even though the replay is lagging a little bit, oh my god, this is so annoying. Look at what Jotre's just done. Blocked any further tanks coming out, I think. Oh no, maybe not. He's just gonna fly away. Oh, he could block it.
Yeah, you can't block
actually.
Tanks like that. It's a little bit crazy, but you're right. He's gonna lose the racks eventually, but it scouts the expo timing and realizes that it is way ahead of his own expo. And actually, wait a second. Oh, it's Haya that's actually going for Goliaths.
Yeah, Haya's going to be going for Goliath here, maybe expecting his opponent to go 2-port Wraith, given the fact he is only on 1 base still. He's only just now getting his second base here, but a little bit... Wait. Did Haya see the factory? He didn't go far enough to see the factory.
No, I don't think he did.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, this could be a massive, massive upset here. If Jotray can get in and do a ton of damage, he's going to be in such a good position.
He's gonna have 2 vultures out in the main. I mean, if he runs in right as like a tank pops out or something, then obviously that's bad luck. But it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. He's gonna get 2 vultures out. Do you wait? I guess maybe you wait for the third because it one-shots SCVs.
Yeah, you would do, I think. There's no point really going in with 2, but obviously the longer you wait, the more likely it is you're going to get scouted, the more likely they're going to have units to defend. But you can see that Jotray's first 2 vultures are stuck in the middle of the map. I mean, he is going to mine there and go the other way, so I don't know if that was planned, but definitely something to watch out for.
I'm just waiting. As soon as this third vulture pops out, we start turning on the yakety sax wacko music because no way you expect this to happen. And he's also going to scout the starport coming up too. So he's really just going to get everything just by floating a factory into his opponent's base. He's going to 4 kicks.
Is he waiting for speed? Oh no, higher, higher, higher!
Oh, he's got to go. He scouts it. So Haya scouts it. He's got to do it now. 4 vultures out and in the main. Do they have mines?
They do have mines, so they're going to be able to drop them.
Right?
But this is Goliaths. Goliaths are good against mines. They're good against vultures. And the tank's already back here to help defend, so...
I can't help but think if he had gone just a little bit sooner with the 3 vultures instead of 4, he might have been able to do a bunch more damage.
Oh my god, he activated his trap card here. He gets one of the tanks with the vultures. There's vultures coming in from the natural here, getting a... I'm repeating myself there, but not doing too much damage in the main, but still doing a little bit of damage in the natural. And he's kind of evened up the SCV count, which is super important in this situation when he was so far behind from the expansion timing.
Yeah, and he killed a tank with mines, so hashtag value there. He also got a couple of the naturals, so that was actually much better. It's weird. I definitely thought the proxy vultures were going to do a lot more damage, but in the end, it was actually the vultures and the natural that got a lot done. So I guess mission accomplished there. And I mean, he just lifts the factory up and floats it back home. So he will be able to use that. And that's going to put him at 3 versus just 2, right?
Yeah, it's going to be 3 factories versus 2 for the time being. But obviously, Haya does have his starport. He's going into a dropship. And there isn't any anti-air here from Jotray. He's finally getting his armory. But that's going to be a while before those Goliaths come in. And one of them is an ex-pro. Jotray is a Korean amateur. So... but one of the top amateurs in Korea right now, one of the top Terran amateurs, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, calling him an amateur is like, well, he's still incredible. Well.
Oh, Haya's... okay. I love this so much. Haya's just repairing 2 Goliaths. Like, you don't need to do that whatsoever. Oh my god, he gets the mine as well. But you don't need to repair those 2 Goliaths, but doing it just gives you so much more value.
Brilliant. Anyway, here we go. We got 4 Goliaths, a dropship, and a dream. And nothing's going to scout this. Wow, he's like threading the needle between everything that could scout this one dropship running in. And unlike his defense against the proxy vultures, there is nothing at home for Jotray except for a tank and a marine. And this is 4 Goliaths here.
Yo.
Yeah, thanks FakeFin for the 4-1-3 sub, man. Means a lot. But this lag is definitely a little bit unfortunate today.
Oof.
COD has killed Blizzard's Battle.net servers, so that's how we go. Even repairing the barracks down here is Jotray getting ready. But Haya hasn't found any damage yet with these Goliaths, but he has forced a lot of APM, a lot of attention from Jotray to go back to his own base. So I'm just going to try and mess with the... oh, even opening up the menu is awful. I'm just going to try and set it down and up again.
What are you doing here, Kix? This is crazy. I've never seen lag this bad, even on our worst days. Oof.
It's the Brood War gods saying we can't have like a good STPL semi-final. It was like this last season as well.
The thing is, this game is actually turning into a very epic series. This third base coming up in the bottom left-hand corner, especially with the double starport for the transition, insane. This is the big moment of the game, and thankfully, it's not lagging right now. So cross your fingers or type your cross finger emojis in chat. It's gonna be a rough one, and actually, I mean for our Mulgogi, our fish over here, I don't know. He definitely does not know this bottom left-hand corner base is coming up, and if he doesn't scout this starport transition, I mean that could really catch him off guard.
Yeah, if you're suddenly flying around with a ton of dropships and they get caught by a ton of wraiths, you're in big, big trouble. Now, Jotre has actually got the world's smallest contain ever, but it still needs to be respected. There's a ton of mines here and a single tank. That tank is worth its weight in gold right now. Like, Haya doesn't want to push through it. He's going to take the base in the middle of the map, and that's fine. But obviously, the quicker you take this base, the earlier you mine it out. And this does mean late game, when this island, which is essentially impossible to take, suddenly becomes a little bit easier to take for one of the players.
Yeah, it's really interesting how this map works because it's an odd number of bases. So a lot of times it can really come down to like that final uneven base. I guess actually base maps that have bases in the middle have odd numbers of bases. But this one's like up top, so it's even more highly contested. This is gonna be I would say difficult. So here comes the 3 dropships. This is it. But I think they're gonna fly over a mine. Yeah, so they do get scouted as they cross the halfway point. Is there anything in on the other side to defend? Yeah, there's a couple of Goliaths in a natural, but he's actually just gonna try to control the high ground. And this is a beautiful position for Haya to be in.
Yeah, if Haya holds this spot, he's going to have air dominance as well with his dropships if he chooses to. Just going to worry about scanning for now. He's going to be able to get the scanner eventually, but doesn't want to edge too far forward. But this does cut the circulation of Jotre's units, so it's going to make it very difficult. Now, Jotre has managed to get 4 tanks down here, so he's actually going to try and attack into Haya's natural as well.
And I think the tank shots are actually maybe slightly better. God, yeah, he picks up that last tank.
He got 3 really tanks good with those 4. Oh, okay, they traded evenly.
Well, yeah, close enough. Either way, I mean, when half of Haya's tanks are out across the map, he just has almost none at home. In fact, I think the count is okay. It was 1, but now it's 3 with 2 more popping out. With 2 more popping out, I'm casting. That's my lag casting, guys.
Now
I'm doing the best to emulate the terrible condition of this game.
What we need to do is flip it to 480p, and it's like me watching Brood War back in the day. Even 240p.
We should have cast it in old graphics.
You know what? Let's do it. Here we go. Oh my god, the old graphics and when you zoom out look terrible. And they also look terrible in remastered, but...
Well, because it's not actually old graphics, it's emulated old graphics. So I think actually if you had zoomed out in old graphics, it would have looked pretty good.
Okay, oh my god, the Jotre's positioning there is really good. I didn't realize you could hit that part of the ramp from your main base. He is going to be able to clean up Haya's units out at the front. This could be the game that BT need to get a little bit of pride back in. I mean, action loosened to mind is actually a massive upset these days, so... kind of crazy, but looks like Haya is going to be pushed back. The dropships still in favor of Haya, of course, so he is going to be able to reinforce his position. But down here in the bottom left, there is that race switch coming in. 6 so far, with more on the way.
Well, and that's the big deal. Haya is really leveraging these big dropship armies, and so if you all of a sudden just run raids in, kill all the dropships, that's just a complete tragedy. Laying mines underneath the dropships, they are penetrating pretty deep into the base. They get all the way in the upper left. They could just drop out, but there's no anti-air here because the Goliaths died from earlier. So the dropships have complete, what's the French word? Carte blanche.
What's that French word?
It just means they can do anything they want.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, cool. I'm showing how ignorant I am as an English person. It's great.
You mean as a non-French person who doesn't speak a language that's not yours?
Yeah, that's a fair point. But that seems like a common enough like French term. I've heard it before, but I've just never paid any attention to what it means. Here we go, Haya dropping off in the top right-hand side. He sees double starport, but I don't think... Yeah, he still doesn't know about the bottom left, so he has no idea there's a ton of wraiths out. And he's not preparing for it whatsoever just yet. Another base? Oh my god, Haya is going to take the island base. Jotre's taking the bottom right. What the heck are we watching?
Wait, what? Oh yeah, I saw him start that, but I just didn't expect it to finish. So now he's mining off of both bottom corner bases. This is so crazy. And it's because of this like air battle between the close spawns. I mean, it's 2-player map, but you get the idea. It's close by air, and so that's what both players have been focusing on. Meanwhile, Jotre's out there taking every other base on the map. It's free real estate, so can't blame him. But Haya thinks he's in an okay spot with this third base coming up, and in reality, he is economically behind. But here come the Rays. This is going to kill every dropship, and if he can catch the dropships with units in them, it's just going to be horrendous. But here come the dropships. They're going into the main. He needs to do it now. He's committing. Some mines go off, but it's really about these Rays as they fly in. He's going to reveal the Rays now and kill every single dropship.
Yeah, this is when they'd cut to Haya's face in Pro League. His mouth would be wide open, shocked as anything. Luckily enough, there's Goliaths here, but all of the dropships he spent forever building, they're all going to go down, and we get to see it in super slow motion. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is actually very epic. If this was a boring part of the game, then, well, it's not that great. Are we watching Wraiths kill Goliaths?
We are. There's so many Wraiths, there's not that many Goliaths. Only one attack is done, but one attack is done on the air as well. Now, the problem is, there's 4 tanks in the main still, and Haya is taking the island base. Like, this base, I've mentioned so many. I've seen so many, or we as a collective have seen so many TBTs on this map in Season 2. And that island base is not possible to hold. Like, it's just, you get one tank and it's blocked, so... Castamus has just turned up, saying he's missed every match, but... If you
well, you came in for a good one
series.
At the end.
Yeah, you have. You've come into a very, very good final game. Mind versus Action was incredible as well. So, looks like we're looking good so far. We've got Haya securing his base here. He's actually going to add some missile turrets to the island, but he can't get any units over there to defend it. And this is the problem. Look at Jotre. He's got a tank that can shoot it. Like, this tank is nowhere near this command center, but it doesn't matter. This is why this island is impossible to take. Now, Haya still does not know about the bottom right hand and bottom left hand corners. This is a massive oversight by Haya. Like, to not know about 2 gases that your opponent has, it's just unforgivable in TBT. Like, you can't do this.
He does know now, because he scanned it, obviously, but the damage has been done. It's just like a base that's been mining for a million billion years. So I love how we're watching him scout the bottom right now. He gets 1 SCV down there. He's like, wait a second, what's this base doing here? So obviously, I mean, that base should go down. Maybe he saves the command center, but the bigger thing is this middle base shut down by the Rays, exactly like you said, Kix. And now, I mean, Jotre, even though he's down 20 SCVs, which is, by the way, crazy, he's in a better economic position, or he was for a while. I don't think that's going to last very long. How is he down 20 SCVs when he has a billion bases?
Because he's not been building the SCVs as much, I guess. He spent a lot of his money on those Wraiths. Haya is going to be able to clean out the bottom right, but the important thing for Jotre is he's already stolen nearly 1,000 gas from that base.
I mean, yeah, I guess it is steal. It's a robbery. I love how Jotre is repairing individual tanks over here. He does need to actually click on the tank to repair it. Oh, he can't actually reach the tank to repair it with the SCVs, so never mind. None of that's happening. Here comes another Remax on Rays. Holy cow, Jotre has a million Rays. And he's trying to micro down these tanks, but there's a million missile turrets.
Yes, this is just one control group. I thought there was more than there was, but the base in the bottom right has been cleaned up. The bottom left base is going to be in trouble because Haya is securing a location on the high ground. There's only a single Goliath here, though, so if he gets his race over here immediately, he's going to be able to clean all this up.
Yeah, hey, Kix, you want to know something?
But
I think our replay is broken.
I don't think it is, because they're still building units.
No, but the money's not going down. Also, what is this lag? Are you kidding me?
Is
this...
weird.
What?
It's definitely not broken, because the units are doing what they are. I know the money is going up and
yeah,
up and up.
I mean, the money...
But
I mean, the money is going down sometimes.
Yeah,
okay.
Jotre's supply blocked, so his money can't go down.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, all right. Never mind. False alarm, guys. I was getting my hopes up that we could have a more terrible game than we already have. But Look at this Wraith switch. It's 2 control groups of Wraiths. This is insanity Wraiths, and they have +1. So, I mean, good luck 1 Goliath. He's just killing everything here. So even though Haya has an insane, or has a billion, it's like 30 more SCVs, doesn't matter because he has nothing that hits air. So everything on the ground dies. This is crazy. Crazy kicks.
Yep, Haya is definitely getting caught off guard here by this massive Wraith switch. He didn't have enough turrets, he didn't have enough Goliaths. And the reason why he didn't have that many Goliaths is he had no gases. Now, 2 turrets in the 3rd base going to go down, well, the 4th base, I guess, going to go down immediately.
He's going to kill everything at this base, including a bunch of SCVs that were all stacked on top of each other. So he gets maybe, I don't know, 8, 9 SCVs down there. He's going to also shut down the bottom left-hand base from even being completed. And it sucks to have to kill missile turrets with Rays, but I mean, he's getting damage done in a position where he just was not in that great a position. So he's still behind, but he has a lot of agency out of the map. But he's going to need to leverage that a little bit harder because his opponent, or Haya, just has to make a ton of Goliaths and he's back ahead.
Yeah, I thought maybe if I changed the game speed it'd make a difference to the lag, but it did, it made it worse. But either way, looks at the bottom right has been completely shut down for the time being. Another load of Goliaths coming down here, gonna help out to defend this. Lottie has suddenly jumped up on my desk as well, and she's watching Haya's race, Jotro's race even.
Is Lottie impressed with Haya?
She is, but she's also a little bit surprised how Jotro has been doing so much damage. But Haya is still ahead.
Me too, Latte. I concur. Excellent analysis from Kix's cat, whose image you can use as an emote if you subscribe to the channel. Just throwing that out there.
Yep, and if you want access to these replays, you can spot on Patreon for $5 a month. You get access to every single replay in the STPL library, and there's been tons of them, including that sick Mind vs. Action game. So.
Oh yeah, you definitely want to check that one out. Yeah, Cast Muse, you missed the best game of the night by far, like a 30-minute epic action versus mind game. Very, very good.
But that means
anyway,
when he casts it soon, he'll be able to enjoy it as well.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, you'll get it anyway. But hey, this is it. Mulgogi, aka Fish, aka Haya. Finally, he secured all the bases on his side of the map. Rays have been completely neutered by the Goliath count. And he is coming for this hidden, sneaky bottom left-hand base.
And Jotre never took the base in the middle. Like, he's not going to be mining off of more than one base in a second. It feels like Jotre maybe let the pressure get to him a little bit much. Like...
Well, he had a good idea. He was doing, actually, I think one of the best moves he could have, that huge race switch. It just didn't do enough because you can't kill things fast enough before your opponent makes Goliaths to counter your stuff. So, I mean, he's gonna go in. Wait, why is the game speeding up?
I put it to,
thanks, Kix.
I put it to +4 because Bonnet said it'd be normal again, and ×2 seems really high. That's really weird. Why is it quicker if you speed it up? Well,
that's really
weird.
Is
the lag
I mean, hey,
speed it up?
This should be basically the end of the game. Haya just basically killed everything. He's 8 a supply ahead. He's got tons of Goliaths, so these Rays are not going to do anything.
Okay, so Jotre still trying to hold on, losing his 4th and 3rd base though in the bottom right and bottom left. Haya is taking an incredible position here. Haya really showing the caliber of TBT player he's always been. Like, even when he lost a million tanks against Wraiths, he's still going strong.
You know what he's done, Kix? He's taken the higher ground.
Oh dear. Oh no.
And the Rays are going back out to try to get something done, but it's only one control group, and there are a ton of missile turrets. So they fly in, Rays fly out. You can't explain that.
That's one of my favorite memes. Ron Paul is a weird guy. Was that Ron Paul who said that? I don't know.
No,
it was some
no,
Fox
it's
guy,
Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah, it was the Fox guy. There was a lot of Ron Paul memes around the same time, so...
Yeah, that was a good year, or a bad year, depending on how you look at it. You want to speed up and slow down this game again to theoretically fix it?
Well,
it just looks horrendous.
Bonith was trolling me. So even though SouL won their series, SouL are disqualified. Unfortunate. iRK gonna move on to the final. No, we're gonna have SouL versus White in the final. That's gonna be sick as hell. But I mean, okay, I'm just gonna look at Haya's vision. Look how much of the map he can see right now.
Damn,
like,
what a god.
There's very little he cannot see. He's actually taking the bottom left-hand bases as well. And Jotray's trying to take the island base, but he can't. There's like a single tank back here that's blocking it. This is so funny.
I can't... Man, after Jotray basically had control of the entire map because he took those 2 hidden bases, now it's completely switched. This is like Go. If you've ever played Go, or Baduk, as it's called in Korean, where you have all of your pieces, but then your pieces get surrounded and they just flip. And all of a sudden now, all of Jotray's pieces are highest pieces. And yeah, Jotray does not have control of very many pieces left in the game. He does have a big dropship fleet and raids. So if he can maybe make one giant stab, but
no.
Look at the Great Wall of Terran. Oh no, all right.
He's even targeting the dropships before they can unload.
Yeah, what a god. Haya's just like seized the moment there. He's activated his trap card. I think that is, that's about it, Kicks. Well, yeah. It would be about it if the game was actually working.
Now, this has been a 20-minute game that, because of the lag, may have took about 40 minutes to cast, so I do apologize, but Call of Duty Battlegrounds is a little bit too much for people to handle, and a little bit
Warzone Kicks doesn't even play.
Oh, I bet that. Okay, so Call of Duty Warzone, and the map is Summoner's Rift.
I love how Kicks is trying to pretend like Call of Duty doesn't have the letter T in it. Nice job, Kicks. You almost pulled the wool over our eyes, but we're too smart for you.
Call of Duty.
Jesus.
Okay, but looks like Haya's got this pretty much sewn up, although there's not actually that many Goliaths left, so maybe... Wait, he never actually got Cloak. I just realized he never cloaked his race once.
Yeah, I feel like if you have 25 control groups of Rays, maybe the one upgrade for them, something you should get. You need to get +1, so the other upgrade. What a game. Oh, yeah. The horror. That's going to do it.
It is.
Congratulations to Haya and White Clan for 4-0ing VT and advancing on to the grand finals of STPL.
Yep, it doesn't really surprise me when you look at the caliber of players that White Clan threw out, but I mean, VT threw out Action, right? Action,
yeah.
If you think about it, should take a game off Mind, but no. Mind managed to get revenge for the game 10 years ago. He lost in Pro League against him on New Tornado and won the game, so there we go. Mind got his revenge. White Clan got their revenge as well, because in the group stage, they actually lost to Valhalla team. So that's it. I think that's probably why they sent out their strongest. They're like, you may have made a fool of us once. It's not going to happen again.
But I think for Valhalla team, this season is just an incredible success. After last season's performance, infinity improvements. So good. Obviously, partnering with Wico made their roster even stronger than it was before, and just so much fun to watch Valhalla team play with so many strong players. But look, we've come down to what is the STPL El Clasico in the finals. It's SouL versus White Clan, and I don't think it gets any better than that.
Yep, it's going to be a best of 7. Just to let you guys know, it's a best of 7. It'll be played next Sunday and casted next Sunday as well. Same time, same place over here. Once again, thank you everyone who tuned in. Sorry I cut back to the camera as Rapid is doing something again. I don't know how I have this power, but you can.
Well, you could like say, this. "Hey, I'm cutting back to the casters Kicks." Just like
I could do, but
just once.
Yeah, well, most of the time I'm usually like, "Okay, we're ready," and you're like, "Yeah," and then something like unexplained will happen, like something will fall over, or like. I don't know. Either way, regardless, thank you so much for casting with me. We had some very weird games, but we had some good games at the end. Castamuse is going to be casting this over on Afrika TV a little bit later, I believe, because
in Korean.
Yeah, in Korean, of course. But that's. I guess he won't start just yet, given it's like what 6 a.m. That'd be kind of a weird time to cast, but.
Well, it's about 7:50 here because of daylight savings time. But anyway, those are the games for everybody watching in English. Hope you guys enjoyed season of STPL. It's coming to the climax. The best part is yet to come next weekend. So yeah, make sure to tune in then.
Yep.
Hopefully the games will be better than today. And it's a best of 7, so you're guaranteed to at least get your money's worth.
Yeah, and hopefully the Battle.net servers will be sorted by next week, because that was
That's
painful.
Right.
Like that.
Hopefully.
If not, what we'll have to do is we'll have to
We'll just load up the
replay.
replays separately.
separately.
Checkmate Battle.net servers. We have replays.
I guess at the end of the
we'll
day,
see.
our games were not the winners of the chicken dinner. A little bit unfortunate, but see you guys next week for some more STPL action. Have a very good morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you are. Stay away from coronavirus, and see you guys next week.